think that it is necessarily that way for everybody. I think that it can depend on the person that the um like I personally don't necessarily I wouldn't put that perspective on someone. I would let
All
them,
right, so since you censoring, let's walk it down a little bit. Um, if married, do you expect your wife to change her name?
not necessarily. I mean, if she wants to. I mean, if she sees it
Why
beneficial,
would you
you
change
know.
your name?
Would I change my name?
Mm-hmm.
Not likely. I mean, it would
Why
have
not?
to.
Why
Why
not?
would I not? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because that's not the social norm. I mean, I'm not gonna do it
Hold on.
just
Are you
just.
not married? But hold up. Are you marrying your partner or society?
Well, I'm not gonna do something just to be different. I mean, if there's a
So real quick, I
legitimate if
wanna.
there's a legitimate reason, then possibly, but just to be different, no.
So I want. I think that's a really good point that you're making right now, right? Because a lot of times people say, "Well, I wouldn't do this like this. I'm separate from society. Society don't mean anything." And literally, what you're saying is you wouldn't go against society. You're going to conform because, like, you don't want to like be disruptive to the system as it is. So
Well, no,
you
not
are all.
necessarily.
Hold up, real quick. No, you wouldn't
That's not
change
what
your
I'm
name. Not
saying.
hold up. No, I heard what you said. I heard what you said because you're not saying it on an individual basis. You said it on a societal level. That's how
Well,
programming works.
no. Well, no, because if in a specific case, yeah, possibly. I'm not saying I would never not change my name, but
No, no, no. I
if
asked you
we're
why. Hold up.
if we're
I
gonna
know
have
you said not
so
necessarily, and I asked you
what do
why.
you
You said
mean?
because that's not a societal norm, which is what I'm talking about. That's conformity. So you're talking about this relationship not because of me and my partner we came to this agreement, not because of my personal beliefs about anything, but because society
What?
at large would look down upon
No,
it. So
no,
you're a
that's not what I
conformist. That's
said.
what I was
That's
saying
not what I
about.
said. That's not what I
I heard
said.
you.
Because if we're in a specific case, maybe,
If y'all
but
heard him
if we
say that,
had
can y'all put a
if
one in the chat? I know
if
he about to gaslight me,
no,
but go ahead.
I'm not
Wouldn't that be
gaslighting.
the
I'm just
same as
explaining.
asking
Hold on. I ain't next to
I,
circle jerk.
I'm
I said put a one in the
I'm
chat if you heard it.
I'm explaining that if I said because that's not the norm. No, I'm not gonna do it
Okay,
just to
thank
be
y'all. I knew
different.
I wasn't
I'm not
tripping.
gonna
He
do it just to
gaslighting
be
me.
different. If there was a hypothetical
I
situation
didn't say,
and
but
we
that was
had
the hold up,
kids,
real
I'm
quick. It
gonna be.
wasn't
It
about
doesn't
doing.
make sense. That's too
Hold up. It's
difficult.
not about doing it to be
It's too
different.
difficult.
And this is how. Hold up. You got to understand how traditions and norms are passed down from generation to generation to generation. You have no basis on why you would do it. I asked you why. When given a chance to explain your individual understanding and reasoning
Because it's too
behind it, hold
difficult.
up. Hold up. You said it goes against society, so you will conform. That is the problem. We have traditions that
No,
we know. We have traditions that have been normalized, and we kind of just fall into doing them, and we
well
don't
you
know
can't.
where they came from or what basis they stand on, which is
Well,
the
you can't, you
problem.
can't, you can't. Oh yeah, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna stop you there before you finish saying what you were gonna say. No, I said if there was a certain situation, I would possibly change my name, but that percentage is probably like 10 to 25% out of 100% of me doing that. It would have to be a specific case. I'm not just gonna go out there and be like, oh yeah, I'm about to change my name. That's not my MO. But in a 10% to 25% world, maybe.
Hey, Secure. I'm 55. I changed my name at this age right now because I'm not trying to have no more kids and build a legacy. So I changed my name to Winfrey.
You owe some people some money.
Who? Security?
You.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't owe nobody no money. I'm debt free, young lady.
So what you think about the prompt?
Is marriage legalized slavery or what's that for women? Is it legalized slavery for women? Actually, I think it's on both sides. You know, kind of that's one of
What do you
those
mean?
because you have to submit to one another.
All right. So to
So
make your question, like I said, this is not a space for men to agree, like out their grievances. If y'all want to talk about work and whatever, y'all can head that somewhere else. But hold up, because you haven't addressed what is the expectations of women in marriage. Hank, what are women expected to do in marriage?
What do women expect to do in marriage?
Mm-hmm.
Don't actually just contribute whatever the part is in their marriage of what their understanding is that's kind of more of what it is, but it ain't all where you thinking I'm about to say that she should be in the kitchen with an apron and all of that stuff
But see,
on.
here's the thing. So you already know the stereotype and the fact that you don't want to say it and you want to say some bullshit and be vague. Like, why are you running from the fact that if we talk about on a societal level the expectations of women in marriage, why would you say anything different? Because you already know what the trope is. You already know what the expectations are. Why do you feel so uncomfortable to say them out loud?
Well, ma'am, so that's just like that thing is different for people. Like I said, me, I have my mother and my father, but I'm electronics and stuff like that. I learned
So hold
how to
up, you're
build
not
from my mother.
understanding. Hold up, you're not understanding. And Security did the same thing. It's a like very man-like behavior when y'all insert yourselves in a conversation. Hank, I don't know you. I don't know shit about you. I don't know if you're telling the truth, nor do I give a fuck about what's going on in your life. What I'm saying is, we're having a conversation about socially what's the norm. The fact that you did not want to state about the cooking and cleaning, but you understand that that's the expectation because you stated it, is a
But that's
problem.
that's
No,
not the
you.
expectation.
Why do you
That
want to
didn't happen with
sugarcoat
my
it?
household. Our household,
Why
my father used to
why
cook too.
do you want to sugarcoat it?
But I
Well,
can cook and my
marriage is
father can cook,
supposed to
so
be
that's
a
not
team,
normal for
so
us.
I
I
don't
can do
think
all that, man.
women are
So I
slaves.
can do what women can do, and I can do what
Can I
my
respond to
man
that?
can do.
Hold on, real
As
quick.
far
What do you
as
mean you
not
can
having
hold up?
babies,
You're
What did you mean? Hold up.
your
What
man.
did you
What
mean you
the
can do what women can do? What are you
as far
referring
as
to when you said it?
as far as anything, like I said, as far as I can do anything a woman damn near can do, but have a
Thank you,
baby.
Tabella. Like, give
I
us
can
an
do
example of
anything a
something.
woman can do, but have a
Give
baby.
us a do me a favor. Give us an example of something a woman could do that you could do.
My mother showed me how to build right there. Like I said, that's where you come in with
Your
that one. I'm an
mother showed.
electrician. She showed me how to build stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Chill out.
Okay.
Chill out,
What
dude.
is it?
Look,
So you saying most women can build and you know how to build too, like a
No,
woman?
well, I learned that from my mother. I didn't learn that from my father, and my father was there, but he wasn't a
No,
builder.
I'm just
My
saying.
mother.
You say you can do. No, you say you can do just about anything a woman can do except for having a baby. So women out here building, and you can build, right?
Right? Yeah. So and I can cook too. I can even wrap you
Mm-hmm.
some sushi or any. Like I said, I learned how
So
to
this is the
cook.
thing. I don't know why you bullshitting with the build thing. Shout out to your mother though. And you didn't, and then you want to slide to cooking. So when y'all talk about you can do the things that women can do, let's not be obtuse here. We're talking about cooking. Y'all talking about cleaning, domestic work, sucking, fucking, having kids, and taking care of the children. Like I
This
don't know
statement
why
is just
y'all be
Okay.
playing.
a
Hold up,
perspective
hold
and
up,
not
hold up.
fact, though.
No, because y'all want to come up here and fucking lie. This nigga talking about building.
can
Like
I,
you Bob the Builder
can I
and women out
respond
here
after you're
building.
done?
When that goes
Man,
against the,
but no, here's where. See, I'm just of an age. You're not that at the age. I'm not old or not. I'm 55, but I
I'm
have
older
full.
than you, sir. I'm older
Okay.
than I'm your senior. Be respectful.
Okay. Sorry about that, my senior. Well, let's call it this one right here. I'm the second to the youngest. I got 4 sisters. I got at least 2 sisters live within 30 minutes of our mother that's 83 years old. Why aren't they here? I'm cooking, cleaning. If she needed a diaper change and she was doing that, I'm here. The only son. The only one.
But that's the thing. So like we got it. Cooking, cleaning, and changing diapers. So you understand the roles that women are expected to do. You understand it clearly. I don't know why you're playing.
Is
But
that
see,
really
I
what
feel
they're
like those
expecting?
same
Yeah,
rules are
I
expected
But
of
hold
women
up,
understand the
too.
stereotype of it.
let Coach go. When everybody get a chance to speak, we can open the panel up. Go ahead, Coach.
Yes, I really disagree with the prompt that marriage is legalized slavery for women. And far as the expectations for women, honestly, I don't even believe that the vast majority of relationships, as it pertains to men, especially in our community, men even have any expectations. Like very few men have standards. There's a small, I believe the vast majority of men is actually submitting to women more than women are to men. You know, anytime that there's a complaint about going 50-50 or something like that, that's an outrage, even though black women have historically worked ever since slavery, like ever since slavery, black women have historically worked, but now complaining about being an adult, which is okay, cooking and cleaning. These are things that you would do if a man was not in your household.
Okay,
These
so
are
all
things.
right.
Go ahead.
So hold up, because you restating the thing the way y'all so casually mention domestic work and say like, oh, if a man wasn't there, you'd be doing it anyway. Because again, yeah, that's the expectation. Thank you, Monica. That's the expectation. And let's say this because you're right. Black women have always worked, right? And in this white supremacist society or whatever, black men have often been underemployed and unemployed, and because of that they are insecure. So let me tell you what happened to while y'all talking about the traditional. Hold up, where the traditional wife would stay home and the man would go to work. The black women would have to go to work. A lot of those black women worked in those white people family households cleaning, and they would be abused and sexually harassed. And then they would go home, right? And their husband, who is already insecure because he can't be the man he want to be because he's either unemployed and underemployed, wants her to like do women's work because can't do women's work. So she would go home, go to work, deal with the things she was dealing at work. And because her expressing that to the man would make him feel less of the man, she wouldn't be able to say anything. And because women's work is her work, she would have to do a second shift when she got home. So you're right. Black women have always worked, and we've done more work inside and outside of the household. Thank you, Monica.
Can I respond to that? Because
Sure.
you're talking about black men's insecurity.
Yeah.
The craziest part is you actually believe that black men insecurity is what causes black men to be in the state that they're in right now. Now, even though black men, even though black women have historically worked, now you're at a position that y'all have more education. If I'm not mistaken, black women have the most degrees and all of the above, but black men are still making more money than you. We have never, when black men have been in a position of authority inside black women's lives, we have never looked down on black women. We have always been there for black women. The difference is when y'all have risen up, when y'all have actually started to make more money, even though you're still making less, just because you're making more money, y'all still are looking down on black men. And y'all talking about where the insecurity comes from. Nobody talks about black men more than black women. Nobody talks about black women more than black women.
So hold up. Explain how black women look down on black men.
Well, the mere fact you can hear it on these panels if you're being genuine and as opposed to disingenuous
Hold up.
about
It's
these
not. No.
conversations.
Hold up.
that,
It's not about. Hold up. I just want you to give examples of what you're talking about so people can follow what you're saying, sir.
When you hear people talking about standards and like people don't need to be dating unless they're making an X amount of dollars. When you hear people talking about black men are insecure if a woman is making more money than them, and don't confuse black men being insecure with you not being able to look up or follow the lead of a man who's making less money. Now,
okay, so let me address that real quick, right? Couple things. Yes, it is. Isn't that amazing how we live in a society where black women have to get more education? And yeah, you could be making less money than black men. Like that's what happens when you live in a patriarchy, a male-dominated society. You have to work more and get less. I'm glad you acknowledge that because a lot of black men are under this assumption that black women have it easier than them, and we do not. Not only do you have to get an education to get on par with the amount of money, right? Y'all like to throw in our face about that. But like black women still know what the fuck they gotta do, right? When it comes to like you're saying, this insecurity and like if she makes more money, yeah, women who make more money than their partners are more likely to be abused, and they do more work in home because that. Hold up. Hold up.
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Okay, they're more likely to be abused. And one of the ways the men assert that dominance, that goes back to what I was saying earlier about the insecurity, is that he wants her to do more domestic work to feel like he the man. Because he can't be doing work, the housework, and she working, making more money than, because they feel less than. Another insecurity. And when you say that the women expect men to make a certain amount of money, yeah, because women have to risk having babies with a motherfucker. So you need to have enough money to take care of her. You would think that would be a standard in a relationship.
Can I
Can I chime in
can I
for
say
a
this
second?
one second?
Yeah,
have
you
to
can go after
realize
him
that
then.
you have to realize that when the motivation for men making money and the motivation for women making money is completely different. When a man, like I've been emancipated since I was 15, moved in my first place when I was 16. I've never referred to myself as an independent man. I never even heard a man refer to himself as an independent man. When women go out and seek out money, it's to become self-sufficient, is to become independent. When a man goes out and seeks money and education and whatnot, is actually become dependent on. Man, a large part of a man's satisfaction is knowing that he's able to take care of the woman that he loves. See, I don't hear women going out and seeking financial stability so they're able to take care of their family. So independency amongst black women is not beneficial for black families because
So okay, I
they
can
don't
mean
have
that.
families
So yeah,
in mind
but yeah,
when they
hold
doing
up.
this.
Yeah, so when you say one of the ways men define themselves about taking care of the family, right? So that's the thing. If you in your mind say I'm the provider, I'm supposed to take care of the family, and you would think that if the woman was making more money, he would go harder. No, he's more abusive. That was the point I already made. So when you're like, and you're like, oh well, we don't have to say we independent. That's a male privilege, sir. That's what the male privilege is. Y'all apparently
It's called
don't know
being an
what the
adult.
fuck. Hold up. No, sir. No, the fuck is not. Y'all don't know what the fuck women have been through. Y'all are not familiar with the laws and the things that women have overcome. And then like the expectation that women are supposed to be paired with a man. So the problem isn't that the woman is independent. The problem is that you feel some type of way about her saying that. Yeah, we do have to declare our independence because we're subjugated class people.
Yeah, I do understand that you got the
Black.
black women were bamboozled by the white women by taking what you
Hold
guys.
on. Hank, you thought that's not gonna work either. It's Jen's turn.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
How you doing?
I'm good. I can see that both things can be true.
When you
with
say
the
both things
men-
can be true, could you state what those two things are?
How the woman have multiple hats and the man only can provide. And he feels like he's not being seen either. So is the woman. So we fight this battle in my eyes against each other when we should be just working together. I'm saying this from a part of being with somebody for 25 years.
Yeah, so but that's one of the things we have to understand, that like that's a cognitive dissonance thing. So if women because women today are pointing out some issues we've realized about marriage, right? Because you've been married for 25 years, so that's almost three decades, right?
Yes,
There's a
ma'am.
lot that's happened since then, a lot of progress. But the way you have to make sense of it is to still say, well, I still made the right decision. So when the world is changing around you, you're rationalizing. But that doesn't change the fact that maybe you were in that relationship out of a situational thing, and it may not have been the best for you, but you are no, you're a product of your generation.
I'm a product of my environment. My mother and my father has been together for 40 years. My grandfather and my grandmother has been together also for a long time. I grew up with nothing but men. I didn't see a lot of females other than the wives. That was for my.
So hold on. The fact that you say female says a lot. It's women, and the thing is, a lot of women who've been raised around men are going to be male centered.
Right.
You see how they try to discredit or
Hold up,
devalue successful relationships?
Right. I can't understand how you can get to that.
No, but hold on. Here's the thing. Hold up. Pause. First of all, you know nothing about her relationship. There are relationships where women been abused for over a decade. They've been abused. Hold up real quick. There's been cheating. There's been reproductive coercion, been financial abuse, all types of shit happen in these relationships. They made us separated for some time. But you hear a number and you like, oh, that must be successful. Because you value quality over quantity and you're not quantity over quality. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's
What
the
you just
problem.
mentioned
We hear,
were
hold
things
up, real
that happen
quick.
in life.
Hold up, no.
Setbacks,
Just because,
failures,
no.
disappointments, all
Just because people been married for a certain amount of time don't mean it was successful. That's the problem. That's one of the things we're pointing out. Oh, they've been together, because that's what men value. Because when you see yourself as having ownership of a person, yeah, keeping them tethered to you for a long time sounds like a flex. But go ahead, Vaz.
But yeah, so it wasn't any kind of like.
Hold on,
I know,
I'm gonna let Vaz go, and then we're gonna open a panel.
oh,
How
okay.
y'all doing, everybody? I've been listening to this, and I find it very odd that women find that being a homemaker is slavery because the roles are very important. You know, it is very important for what women do in the household to sustain it and keep it going. You know, I don't discredit women for the roles that they have to do, nor should we discredit men for the roles that we have to do, because a lot of the things that need to be done on the man's expectation and part are also the responsibilities that's going to be upheld for what the woman has to do. You know, so if the household is not being maintained properly, that still falls on the man's aspect, regardless if the woman is regardless if she's a good homemaker or not. You know, same way if the finances are not structured properly for on the man's part, that is our responsibility. So, you know, we have to come together as a unit to build something for the generations of tomorrow. Because if, as a man, I'm a father of 3 children, was married 17 years, divorced. If the mindset is mine all the time, then it leaves you with a broken household all, in every situation and aspect. You know, that's why we're gonna have fatherless, generations, because it's a selfish and egotistical aspect looking at your partner as some form of slave master. Because from when I was
So
growing
yeah,
up,
hold on real quick. The reason why we have so many fatherless homes is niggas is weak and they don't give a fuck about family, right? So when you talk about women
no,
being a homemaker, hold up real quick. We talk about women being the homemakers. We have to remember something. When we look at the workforce today, more women are in the workforce than men. More
that's right.
women are in the workforce than men, and y'all still pushing this idea that women are supposed to do the, in your words, homemaker. So what it means is that women gonna have to work and fulfill these duties, because that's what end up happening. They're not a bunch of women sitting up home with their feet up. Even when you're in the home, you expect to do work.
Yeah,
The middle
I
class
mean,
is
just like
shrinking. Hold
any
up,
man.
hold up, sir. The middle class is shrinking. A lot of y'all
Mhm.
not able to take care of home by yourself. A lot of there are families who are depending on one sole income, and
Can I
they're
answer a
not
question,
doing too
host?
well. Hold up, sir. They could be doing better if both people contributing.
I'm talking about when
But
you
you
finish.
just
I
you
just
just
wanted to answer your question when you finish.
nigga. I said no. Wait a
I
fucking
said when you're
second.
finished, can I answer your question?
And you still interrupting me.
Oh my goodness gracious.
God damn.
I,
Y'all tap the screen, sing your heart needs, and Hank wanted to say something. Hank wanted to preach to us for a second. Go ahead, Hank.
Yeah, actually, I kind of lost my train of thought. I was trying to fix something real quick. I lost where I was at. I didn't write it down.
It's fine. You were just saying some bullshit. I just wanted to
Yeah, just
debunk
other than
it.
that, then like I said, it's for the
It's
woman
fine. I
that,
remember.
like I said, for
It's
the
fine.
men
Hank,
that
I
are.
remember. Hank, I remember. Okay. It's funny, women, black women specifically, when these men say, well, y'all fell for the trap of white women propaganda because y'all was doing a feminist movement, not understanding that we have benefited from access
well, I
to
do.
contraception, reproductive rights, not having to being able to divorce if we wanted to, being independent, earning our own money. Like there are a lot of things that black women deal with. Black men don't have no idea what the fuck we dealing with. When it comes to interpartner violence, sexual assault, and femicide,
Oh, wow, thank you. I think
Wait, is the
What I
host
find in a
talking?
lot of
Is the host
marriages,
talking right now?
there's a lot of men that go through abuse on
so.
an emotional and mental level when it comes to being married. You know, same thing when it comes to sexual abuse, because if a woman is rejecting herself and then she wonders why the man steps out, you know, that's because that's an abuse on her sexual nature to block him from, what he's desiring. Now, it's
Uh,
understandable if she's not in the
whoa.
mood, but to
What? Hold
pull
up.
it back,
Hold
Hold
up.
on,
You
hold
said,
on.
hold
Hold
up,
on.
Vance. You said, hold up,
Telling,
y'all. That's what you say again?
I was saying, like, there's a lot of men that go through abuse in the marriage as well as women. It may not be physical, but it's still to the emotional and the
Like what?
mental
Like what? Like withholding
status.
sex? Is that like what you're saying?
That is a
Hold up,
very
good
important
shit.
what
part.
Millie was
withholding?
next.
Yeah,
Hold
that
Hold
on.
up.
Millie, Millie, that
So
Hold
is
up,
very
y'all. Let
important to
him
wait,
most
finish.
men.
Hold up, real
let
quick.
me.
Hold up. Now you can respond. Let him finish, though.
Mhm. Go ahead.
Yeah, but that's very important. That's a very important aspect of marriage to men. Now, I understand there are times where women
Well,
are incapable of fulfilling that role, but to use it as a form of power to resist him and then expect him to stay committed in the household is a form of abuse
You
because
know, the
you're
idea of
mentally and
cheating is
emotionally
also a
draining
form
that
of
man.
abuse too, though. Like the idea of telling a woman that if you
He
don't give me
wasn't even
sex,
able to
no, no,
finish.
no.
Hold up. No, she
I'm going to respond to
responding.
him. The idea of telling a woman, even if you're in a relationship, saying if you don't give me sex, I'm going to cheat on you. That's abuse as well. That's manipulation. So
No, no,
let's not
man.
play that card. That is literal abuse. So my only response to you is that first of all, is anybody entitled to your body? You as a man, is anybody entitled to your body? Do they own
No,
you?
no,
Do
no.
they own
Just
your
like just
body?
just
Yes or
like
no?
nobody owns a woman's body.
Exactly. Including when you're married. So if you know this, right, you know that sex is not a right. You don't own her body. She does not own your body. You at any point can say no and she will accept it. She at any
But
point can say no and you
Let me
must
get.
accept it because guess what? You do not own her body, just like she does not own your body. We don't understand consent. That perpetuates
but
grape culture.
under,
What you just said,
understood,
what you just said
understood,
just
Well, if
man.
that's the
perpetuated
case,
grape
then he
Let
culture.
her
can use that
finish.
same
No,
Let
no,
her.
no,
argument
no,
Let
no.
me
for
finish what I have
cheating.
to say. What you just said,
Y'all gotta
cheating
let
is
her
also
finish.
a form of abuse. Like I said before, it's emotional abuse for your partner. That is emotional abuse. You know
But
this.
it's emotional abuse for the man as
Cheating in the
well
form of a punishment. Cheating in the
because
form of a
He
punishment
can use
is
that same
emotional
argument for
abuse.
cheating.
I just said
what
that.
it's the
My point
same
is
thing.
this.
So if you are using sex
It's
if you're
not the
denying
same
him
thing.
sex, it's
It
an
is not the
emotional
same
abuse.
thing.
Yes, it is.
No,
It's
it's
the exact
not.
same thing
Okay,
because it
most of
is
the time,
important to the man.
let
It
me
may not
explain
be
it
as
very
important
simply.
to the
Most of the
woman.
time when men
So
cheat,
just because
most of
it's
the
not
time
as
when men,
important to you
when
does not.
I'm going to
Hold up,
explain.
real quick. I don't mind if y'all want to have exchange. Coach, stay out of it. And not like they talking to each other, but y'all have to talk one at a time. Y'all can't talk at the same time.
I'm going to get off
My
this live
point
and
is
host this
this.
room.
Bye, bitch. Fuck, I don't care. I am rude.
Dang. All right. Well, I was gonna say this. If she's withholding sex from you because in order to hurt you, yes, that's abuse. You didn't let me finish. If she's doing it in on purpose to hurt you, then yes, it is. But if she's telling you no, you have to respect that. And if you don't respect that, you will be hurting her in turn. All right. And there are times in women's lives where
Understood?
you don't understand. What you don't understand is that women go through a lot more changes than men do. When she's going through menopause, for example, right? And you will be married to her when she goes through menopause. She's not gonna want period point
Hold on,
blank.
yes,
You're
You're not.
breaking up a lot there.
Your
Yeah,
sound
she's
keep going
breaking up.
out.
No, it's all right.
No,
Um,
It's okay.
yeah, but
Vance, go
I'm
ahead and
like,
respond to her. No, get your
all
mic
right
together,
now.
Vance. Go ahead, you can respond to her.
Yeah, Millie. So I agree with you. Yes, it would be abuse to force yourself upon a woman, which I said I do understand. There's times where it's women are incapable of doing it, but holding it to a certain extent is a form of abuse to the man because if this is something that he's craving, he is wanting that emotional connection with his partner. So when you are forcefully withholding it for no apparent reason, or sometimes as a form of power, that is still a form
okay,
of
but
abuse.
not every
Emotional
single
abuse
time.
is.
I'm gonna explain it very
I didn't say
simply.
every single
That's
time.
not no. I'm just explaining it very simply. If she's doing it, I already said this to you. We agree on this point.
Hmm.
If she's doing it to harm you, on purpose to harm you, and you feel harmed by the fact that she's doing something bad to you, whether it be emotional, mental, or physical, then that's abuse. If she's specifically doing it to harm you, then it's abuse. All right. But
Hmm.
most of the time, when
It's
women
not.
actually fall back towards Smex, right? It has something to do with the relationship. There's something that she's not satisfied with. Our bodies
But
know.
hold on,
All
we
of
ain't
this
got to do.
this
hold up, Millie. We ain't gotta say that. Vass, do you understand that a married woman can be celibate?
Yeah, that's understood, but at the same
Yeah.
No,
time,
no, no. Hold up.
that's
Well,
that's
listen to
that's
what I'm
only one
saying.
party's
Okay,
decision.
but hold up, real quick. No, you're right. A woman could say, "I'm celibate from now on. I never want to have sex again." And if the man don't
I,
like it,
I
he need hold up.
You
If
don't
the
have to
man
stay.
doesn't, yeah, he needs to get a divorce then.
If
You're not
he's that
entitled
upset
to
by it, he don't
anything.
have to stay. Because again, if you don't respect her, no, right, and you just assume she's just doing it to hurt you, and then you end up cheating on her because you want revenge, that's wrong. That's automatically wrong. If
no, no,
if
no,
you
not for
purposely go
revenge.
off and don't have a conversation, no, you just said you just told me that if she's withholding it from you, right,
Mhm.
and you go off and cheat, that's just an automatic response. That's not okay. Point blank,
I didn't.
period.
I
You
did not
wouldn't want
say
that
anything
happening
like
to
that. I did
you.
not say.
You don't
I
want
did not
that.
say
No,
anything
you
like that,
don't
though.
want that done to you. So my
But I
point
did not
in
say
telling you
anything
this,
like that.
you did mention cheating. So I explained that to you very earlier too.
N-
Cheating
No,
and
I mentioned cheating, but I did not get to finish what I was
well,
stating when it
I'm
comes
going
to
to
that.
explain it again
So
because
you're
this is
adding
what a
words in my
lot of men
mouth.
like to use that as an excuse. A lot of
No, I'm
men, I
not
didn't
using
say
an excuse
all.
because I only mentioned
All right,
cheating.
if it
I
doesn't
did
apply,
not
then
say
don't
anything
reply.
when it
If it
comes to
doesn't
it.
apply, then don't reply. I was
No, I'm
wrong.
just
If it
clarifying that
doesn't apply, then don't reply. I was
you're
wrong.
putting words in my mouth.
If it
That's
does
all
not
I'm saying.
apply, do not reply. I
I
was
heard you.
wrong. Do you not hear that? I was wrong. I
I
was
heard
wrong. I
you.
was wrong. Move on. Thank
Hold
you.
up, yo. Hold up, yo.
Like,
Let Gushy go.
Yo, so honestly, I think like the question is like really reactionary in itself. But to answer the question, I think no.
Reactionary how?
I think it's reactionary because like in all terms, like it's like either agree or disagree. This is a very polarizing subject. You know what I mean? And I think the term legalized slavery in the sense that we're using, like, are you talking about like in what sense are you talking about like slavery? Like, are you talking about like 1800s chattel slavery? Like, is that like what you're referring to?
So you just said chattel slavery, right?
I'm
That's a
asking you.
no. Hold up. You just said chattel slavery, which is a
I
specific
asked you, are
type.
you like referring to
I'm
like
hold up.
1800s
Whoa,
chattel
whoa,
slavery?
whoa. You gotta let me respond. What do you keep talking for? Chill out. You just said it. You said chattel slavery. The screen says legalized slavery. Clearly, those would be two different things, but they're still forms of slavery.
Chattel slavery was legalized, no?
we're considering this in the modern era, so whatever you want to apply to it,
In the modern era, exactly. So I think marriage in the
whatever you
modern
want to assume,
What I
So
think
then
I
go
the problem.
forth.
so I
Well,
think
hold up.
marriage.
The problem is you focus too much on semantics and not the reasoning behind the question.
So
That's the problem.
because I mean,
Millie,
but
you
like
got
we're
background
all,
noise.
but I think we're all using like these terms like very loosely, you know, like chattel slavery was legalized.
Okay,
You know,
pause. Let's not go
hold
to
on,
chattel.
you was
Hold up.
telling
Hold up.
you was telling
Hold up.
Millie to let Vance talk. But
Hold up, and I'm trying to get you to understand something. Question is for you: do you understand? Or are you aware of the history of slavery?
absolutely,
Or I'm sorry, I'm sorry, not slavery, marriage. Are you aware of the history of marriage?
absolutely.
And what do you know about the history of marriage?
It was mainly used as a tool for men to transfer property between their wives.
No, not property between their wives, because
I
their
mean,
wives was
not property
considered.
between their wives, but property between like other men and their families.
Yeah, so the wives was considered property, which is why she had to change her name because he owned her. She was essentially
It's
property.
because y'all was
If you
fucking and nobody knew who the daddy was.
Hold on, bro.
hold up.
Keep
And
talking.
I want y'all to. I know a lot of times we say women, but we have to keep in mind these were girls. Young girls were sold.
I agree.
They
They
were
was
sold at a
they was
young
like
age.
12, 13 years old. I agree, but like Millie
So
said, we're
younger
talking
than
about
that
in the modern era.
sometimes.
No, are we not talking about the modern era? No.
Even in the modern
Hold
era,
up,
this is still happening.
hold up,
That's the
hold up,
problem.
Millie, hold up. I understand the modern area. You're talking about chattel slavery. That's why I asked you about the historical relevance of slavery.
I asked
Was
you
that
what type of slavery you're referring to. Are you talking about
Okay,
chattel
we're trying to get to a
slavery?
consensus. Hold up, we're trying to get to a Millie. Your background got too much noise. I'm eating. Trying to get to an understanding, and you going back to chattel slavery. So, but one thing you gotta understand is something is established a certain way. It doesn't just evolve and flip to something that's all positive. Some of the historical things that it was founded on, we're going to see in the modern era also. We're
I
trying to
agree.
get you to understand.
I agree. I agree. But
Okay,
in the
so
term that we're using, slavery, you know what I mean?
Thank you, Fana.
Slavery was almost always involuntary. When we speak about marriage in the United States, in North America today, you know,
Mm-hmm.
in the modern age, marriage isn't slavery because it's a choice. We had
Okay,
slavery and it was
Facts. That's very true.
involuntary. It was involuntary and it was unpaid and it was gruesome. So I feel like the fact that we're comparing this to slavery is like really insensitive to the fucking slaves.
Well,
okay.
actually, the young lady
Hold
made a
up.
good point. That's like
Hold up.
saying that
I'm about
other
to
stuff
drop
is
you
the new
because nobody
black.
Hold up. Chill out for a second. It's interesting because so modern. So we got to remember up until like the 70s, right? Women could not do things independently on their own. They had to be married, like to live a
Yeah,
comfortable life. Hold up. Hold up. So that right there would not be a choice. So you talking about in today's world, right? So not only have we set the tradition, hold up, we reinforce this idea that women don't have value unless they're with a man. You gotta understand that like we are a domesticated species, and a lot of the things that people do in adulthood is because of ways they have been socially conditioned in childhood. When you give a young baby a baby doll, a kitchen set, when you tell girls that they should do certain chores to
I
prepare for
agree.
their
And you
husband,
reinforce certain ideas.
hold up. Then
But
you
you
are
are not
robbing.
like, bro, you're not letting nobody
No, you gotta go. You doing too much. Like the fuck. Not doing it. Y'all can disagree, but if you just want to like talk over people, like I'm giving people a chance to talk, then you gotta go. You don't have to be here. Hank, what you want to say? Then we're gonna go to level.
Like I said, the other point is I was saying that they are good with transitioning stuff. Remember how I brought up with the women's right thing on how they exploit us? Rap music didn't start off bad. We started off even, that other stuff, but our colonizers find a way to they found ways and they always do to exploit us. So, it's unfortunate, but that's kind of how
What they got to do with
it's.
anything? What are you connecting that to?
Yeah, because it's just like saying what we're saying is the regular norms of what used to be the norm on, our later days. It's not that norm now.
Yeah, but you talk about something that turned negative.
Yeah,
So you
well,
saying that marriage is negative? Are you saying marriage is negative?
no, hey, 2 arms is better. 4 arms is better than 2 for me. That's how I get down. 2 brains is
See, you're
better
not.
than 1.
Hold on, 'cause you're not saying anything, and I notice Hank, you like saying a lot of like this pro-black rhetoric or whatever. You may not know where you at, but the thing is, as black women, we don't have to just deal with racism. We have to deal with sexism. We don't need black men to come in and explain the racism. We understand it, and you dismissing women experiences. The thing is that when you just say, "Oh, y'all fell for the white women and the feminism," you don't understand what black women go through. You don't give a fuck about black women, and you see us as a tool because it's showing that your limited perspective based on what you keep interrupting and saying. So
I have to
absolutely
play.
not.
I have to play
No,
both sides.
absolutely not, because y'all can say white man, but black men are a problem too. Y'all say that the white man is the problem, right? And that black people need to come together, and we are a big community. And why the fuck is the men in our community that we should have we should have the most in common with and the most empathy for, sexually assaulting us the most, abusing us the most?
See, that's how
Hold up. And our femicide rate is higher than the other groups. Our interpartner violence is higher. Our assault is higher. If that's the case, while our numbers higher, they should be lower than everybody else. So no, that's not going to work here, sir.
Well, may I say something to that, Tara?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to like men not being in the household, a lot of the time these women pick these men to have children with. You know, so when it comes to vetting a man, they're not taking the time
So
or
okay,
the
all right, so all right,
responsibility into
so
looking
okay,
into
we
these
also
guys to
okay,
see,
all right.
you
We
know.
also push the idea that women should be having children at a young age, right? Before their prefrontal cortex is fully developed. That's keeping in mind. Also, men use manipulation, mirroring, the honeymoon phase, gaslighting, so to speak, to trap women. Men be lying. Those things happening. It's crazy how you saying that, but y'all never want to say what the men are doing. So fine, the women need to
No,
vet
no, no,
and
wait.
hold on, no. The women need to vet and understand that the black men in our community are weak. They weak. They're risky. It's not worth it. You shouldn't do it. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
and
Got it.
now I understand that because you know, as a father of a young daughter who's 12 years old, I teach her, you know, even as me as a man, all men are predators because I tell her every man's a predator because outside of me, he's gonna want something from you, and it's not gonna be your unconditional happiness. I'm the only man at this moment who will want
So
that for
you
you.
agree with the
You know,
prompt? Hold
I,
up.
I
You
agree.
agree?
I don't agree. No, I don't
No,
agree
no, no,
with
no.
the prompt because wait, I
No,
don't agree with the prompt because
no,
marriage is a
no.
completely
Yes, you
different
do. Hold
area.
up. No, you said it yourself. All men are predators. You can't then go
We
back.
have a
No, no,
predatory
no, no,
nature.
no, 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 no,
We do.
no. No, I'm not pushing. Listen, I agree with you. Men are predators. So yeah, in marriage, and you married to a predator, you're going to be exploited. That's exactly right, sir. Let's be consistent. Don't say because
Yes,
you got a
but there are
ring, all of a
women.
sudden, predator
There are
not going to be
women
able. Not, hold
predators as
up.
well.
Doesn't change the fact that you already said men are predators. I agree with you. Go ahead, 1 a.m.
Doesn't change the fact, but it also doesn't negate the fact either. And taking care of a reformed woman with a past, I would say, is also slavery.
Explain what a
Um,
reformed woman is.
a woman who spent
Oh
her
boy.
whole adolescence, intentionally not
So hold
valuing
up,
herself.
pause. So you're a grown man talking about young girls.
Or her
You're a
young
grown
adulthood,
man. You're a grown man talking about young girls.
young adulthood. Well,
Okay.
I was an
No,
adolescent
you
too at
said it.
one
No.
point.
You
I
said it
was
the
an
first
adolescent too
time.
at one
No.
point.
You said it the first
So
time. You said it's a grown adult man, right? We need to
yeah.
focus on what these little girls are
So
doing.
so no. Well, come adulthood, these are reformed
No. Hold
women
up. Don't
who are
no.
born again
Don't
that have a
no.
past, and
Whoa.
now
Don't switch it up. Don't switch it up. You said adolescence.
no,
Adolescence.
I'm
Do
not
y'all know what age adolescence is? This grown man, right? Who
adolescent.
wants to piggyback off a point about being a
Adolescence ends.
predator, saying that grown
It
men need
ends
to
at
be worried about adolescence girls.
it ends at 19. So adolescence goes into
No. When
adulthood.
do it start? When do it start?
No, I'm just saying that people who
No,
spend their
it's no.
youth,
You
or if you want to call
you
it
was talking about
their,
children. You was
no,
talking
I
about
was
children.
not.
Yeah, you were.
No, I was not.
Yeah, you were.
Did I ever say that word? You said.
Do me
You
a favor. If
said.
y'all heard him talk about it, if y'all think he was talking about
Okay.
children, put a 1 in the chat real quick, because I heard this man talk about children.
Okay.
Oh,
See,
so
and
you
this
are
is why.
baiting him. Don't bait him like that.
No,
And
he
that's what
said
I'm
it.
saying.
No, he
And
said
that's what
it.
I'm saying.
He didn't have to say adolescent. He
No,
didn't have
no,
to
but
say
if you
that.
want to exactly, but you want to spend your youth or whatever you want to call it being a deviant, and then you
City
expect
girl.
the man to take care of you for the rest of your life after the fact. That is a form of slavery for the man too. It is. I'm sorry.
You
I
a
mean, men are
predator,
naturally
but
prone to slavery during
hold on
marriage
real
because
quick. No, because now y'all talking about some purity shit. Because one, keep in mind this man is a predator. He's a predator. Hold up, sir. But it's interesting because men will say like, "Oh, this woman been through all these things," or "This girl for him." Somebody call the police, but y'all be outside doing whatever, inside and outside the marriage. And the crazy part is y'all always want to point the finger at women, so women are so busy defending themselves that we're not focusing on y'all. The fact that you would do any and everything. Some of y'all be fucking animals. Y'all be fucking each other, and y'all come and show up to this woman like, "Oh, I'm no." We don't want to hear about that.
Tara.
No, hold on.
You're not talking about black people.
No. Yeah, I am. What you talking about? Yeah, I
black
am.
man fucking animals.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not very common for black folks to be doing that. Don't do that to us, lady.
No,
Don't do
it's happening. It's happening.
Don't.
What's
Hey,
up?
look,
This
it's
lady is
happening about
dangerous
as
for
much
black
as they're
people.
fighting against the other
Says the predator.
LGBT people that want to be
Hold
the
up,
new
real
black.
quick.
They can make it.
Hold up. Y'all
Stop
is LGBT. Go ahead, Lamont.
I think that we need to consider two things equally yoked. I mean, if you're two different people, man and woman, that's in a position to be in a decent relationship, those are the marriages that are lasting. What you're talking about right here, that's crazy.
Explain what unequally yoked would look like.
Equally yoked would look like basically the same education level, basically within the same religious belief levels, basically making the same income. And that's when you're matched up along with age perspective. That's why you don't date young people or old people, because you want to be in the same age bracket so you can be sociably and as well as internally on an intimate relationship, just like with God. I mean, that's the reason why we get married, so we can have that security on both sides, both the man and the woman. We're not talking
There you
about
go.
trying to deal with people that are incapable of making a relationship work. We want relationships that work. Bad enough we've dealt with racism for so long, but then again, we're dealing with all these other issues as well, and then you throw all these crazy things into a marriage perspective? No,
Yeah.
that's not the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, from
Hey,
what I
so
heard, like I said
hold
earlier
up,
in the
hold up,
day,
Hank. Hold up, Hank. Couple things. One, thank you for stating that that man was a predator. To talk about the age, right? The second part, when you say make the same amount of money, that is interesting, right? Because we already know there's a gender pay gap. But hold up. So yeah, women, you're expected to make the same amount of money, and also remember that domestic work is still seen as women work. Women are still defaulting to that. So that's going to be your job too. Not only are you going to do all of these tasks traditionally associated with being married, you're also going to have to pick up his slack by working too.
Well, it's not necessarily a slack. Again, if you're looking at a man and a woman in a marriage, they're going to share the housework. They're going to share raising a child. We're
Not
not
what's
going to go,
happening.
but it
That's not
is
what's
happening.
happening. No, it's
But
not.
it's not happening in every situation
Women, no,
because
no, no.
people.
Women are spending more time with their children. Women are doing the bulk of the domestic work. Like that is not happening, sir.
ma'am, I'm here taking care of our
But
85-year-old man.
that's a wrong story, because
I have four
some men,
sisters.
when we get divorced, some men are getting awarded custody. So therefore, that man comes with a baggage deal. That man comes with taking care of full custody of a child. You
Yeah,
have
I'm
to
in that
understand that
situation.
I've been in that situation, and so happens it's not only women taking care of men. A great deal of men are at the doctor's office
Thank
with
you,
their
Monica.
children. So therefore, you got to think about these things before you make an absolute statement that all men are terrible. It's just that you have some men are not doing the correct items. Granted, I
So
give
hold
that
no,
up, but there's some
no, no,
women
no,
that
hold
are
up.
not doing the correct thing.
No, you got that, and I want women to understand that, right? So after you are forced to breed a child for this man, essentially, right?
Force.
If he is the hold up, no, if he has the financial means, right? Not only will you be getting divorced, he will take the child with him. Very interesting. And some of these situations, women are being paying the child support. Do we know this is not the norm though? Because a lot of y'all not even getting married in the first place, and you complaining about child support. We don't hear a lot of men complaining about having to take care of a child on their own though. I wonder why.
Well, ma'am, as a
At that
single
point,
father,
Tara,
I would
that
say,
point
hold
where
on,
you
hold on,
can't
hold on.
live
I
as
would say
married,
that that's not
maybe
true
right?
because I don't. But hold on, I don't request any child support for my ex-wife. I've been taking care of my kids solo for the last 6 years. I teach my daughter. I twist
Sure
her
you
knots
are.
for her. Yeah, no,
Sure
I
you
do.
are.
Yeah, no, it's on my page. You can go ahead and look and investigate all you want.
Sure
So
you
in
are.
that in that time in
Thank you,
that
Jane
time being,
Doe.
I don't request any child support because if in order to need child support mean I'm already
Thank you,
unstable
Monica.
to
Thank y'all
be
for getting the
taking care
live
of
low.
a
I
kid.
appreciate y'all.
So I would have to be already financially unstable in order to request child support. So I don't request any child support because it's not needed. I take care of my daughter. I take care of both my sons with no problem, no issue. None of that is required on her and for me.
Hold on, you
Now,
single?
yeah, I'm divorced.
No. Are
Oh
you
no, you a
single? Like
throwaway.
not in a relationship?
No, I'm in a relationship.
Okay. So it's a woman there taking care of them kids. Got it.
No, no, no.
Go.
She doesn't take care of my kids. That's not her
No.
responsibility.
Of
I
course,
do not.
sir.
No, I don't take. I don't have
Listen,
nobody else take care of my kids but my
Men
kids.
who
No,
will
I'm
get
telling
out of listen, no, I'm telling you, listen,
you.
ain't
You
nobody
might
more
find that
eager
with
to
other
get,
men.
hold up, no, ain't nobody more eager to get in a relationship than a man is divorced, sir.
No,
We gotta
you can
understand how that
look.
works.
You can look. I've been divorced for 7 years. It's fine. Now I'm
So
completely good with it.
why your ex-wife leave you? Why your ex-wife leave you?
Because she wanted to pursue her education. That's fine. It's not a problem to me.
So
I'm not. I'm not.
she couldn't pursue the education in the marriage.
No, she could. That is. She just didn't want to. She didn't want to be here. So that's her prerogative. It's
So
not for
she
me
just was
to
like
figure out.
one day she was like, you know
She
what,
didn't
take
want
the
to give you
kids
the
and you
money.
can go.
She didn't want to give you the money.
No, she just was completely disagreeable when it came to taking care of the household. I'm working two jobs at the time, and on top of that, I'm homeschooling kids, which was her idea. She wanted to homeschool,
Oh
and they would not
You
hell
be
hold up.
no.
homeschooled.
You're not. Hold up.
So
Nah,
Hold
therefore,
she
at a
up.
certain
sounds
point,
terrible.
yeah,
Ew.
she was terrible. But here's the thing: at a certain
Hold
point,
up. No. Nobody's working two jobs and homeschooling
yeah,
children.
yeah, I was.
Sir, no.
You
That
can
you mean
disagree,
you
but I'm telling you my life, love. Like, how
hold
you gonna
up,
tell me what I was doing in my life? You can look on my
cause
page.
clearly you don't understand what
Go
homeschooling
back.
is.
Yes, I do know what homeschooling is. Matter of fact, my daughter at 12 years old has wrote in a
You work
college
at
paper
home?
on emotional.
You work at
For me,
home?
no, I work for myself now.
Okay.
I'm an
All
entrepreneur.
right. So you
I'm
don't
in
work from
sales.
home.
God bless you,
Yeah,
brother. God bless
you're
you,
I,
not
bro.
homeschooling
I'm
and
in
working two
Keep
sales.
up,
jobs.
man.
That's a lie.
You keep up
That's a
the
It's
lie.
good
called
work,
structure,
brother,
love.
man.
It's called structure because
Right.
when you go
No,
ahead and
that's
prepare your, when
delusional.
you prepare, no,
That's
it's not.
delusional.
What
That's
you're saying is delusional
delusional.
because
That's
I'm gonna let me tell you
delusional.
this. I
All
structure
right.
my kids.
His
I
host,
don't
he's
care.
cooking
I
you.
structure my kids' education for
He,
the
Dang,
entire week to two
homeschool for
weeks,
2 years.
and therefore, no, I've been homeschooling way before COVID.
I mute you for a
Way
reason,
before
sir.
COVID.
hey
I
man, let
understand
that
because
man
you don't want
talk,
to hear.
man.
Hold up, y'all.
Damn, man, why you?
All this. Hold up. Let me just drop y'all.
And that person is
No, shut the hell up. Hold up. No, y'all just talking and yapping. Working two jobs outside of the home and homeschooling is not realistic. Raising children on your own, like you Superman. Okay, whatever. Anybody who homeschool their kids and understand what's going into homeschooling, and you're not just throwing a kid on a computer, you know that's not realistic. That's stupid. Go ahead, read that.
Tara, hey, I want to go back to the one where they said they created marriage in a
Kind of
colonial
delusional.
place.
Like the man said, that's what he do. That's what he do. Like that's what
Yeah,
he
we already
doing.
gonna just let that
Like
pass like
I
blank.
know a lot
You're a
of men
dummy.
that are
Okay,
doing the
you're a
same.
dummy. No, you don't. No, you
I
don't.
got a cousin right now that yeah. I got a
Yeah,
cousin
what?
right now
Yeah,
and he's
what?
doing the same thing.
Yeah, what? What's the same thing?
He's doing the
Looking
same
after
thing.
somebody while
What's
working.
the same? What's the
Exactly what he
same
just
thing?
said.
What's the
Homeschooling,
same thing? Mm-hmm.
working jobs, and
He
taking
working
care of his
multiple
kid on his
jobs.
own because he had to take his
He
kid from his baby
okay.
mom. Yeah.
So you telling me? Hold up. So
Yeah, same exact
he got
thing.
multiple kids. Hold up. He got multiple kids. He worked multiple jobs, and he's homeschooling the
Yeah,
kids.
multiple kids.
So the kids aren't registered to go to school.
Yeah.
He like stay home, and I'm gonna teach
No,
y'all,
he
and he
has
go to work.
grown kids, but he has young kids too. Like he has grown kids, but he has a young kid that he's taking care of right now by
Do me a favor,
himself.
get that baby in the background. You lying. Go ahead, Hank. What was you saying?
Yeah, no, but how they said what was marriage for? I thought this is just what I heard. I don't know if it's fact, but it sounds pretty logical. They said they came up with marriage within because the disease people was really passing on the venereal diseases and stuff. So that was to cut
So that's why
down
you're not supposed to hold on.
people
You're not
being
supposed to
so
repeat
promiscuous.
hearsay. You live in the information age. You need to look stuff up. Don't just believe stuff off of
But
hearsay.
wouldn't that sound logical right there that we are very promiscuous? Aren't you
I
saying
raised 10 kids because they
sticking our
moms
fingers
wasn't
in
shit.
everything?
What?
Right? Aren't you saying?
Hold up.
Did
Did
you
this
say
dude?
us men are pretty promiscuous and sticking our fingers? Wouldn't that be a pretty good idea if you can brainwash people?
Hold
and
up.
say
Hold up. Hold up, real quick. This dude, I mean, say he's raising 10 kids.
Oh damn, that's a village.
I raised 10 kids because they moms wasn't shit. I took care of them and I adopted kids too.
You adopted kids? Where you adopt them from?
Yeah. From not no adoption place. I took them into my house.
Where you get them from?
because their parents wasn't shit.
So
They were.
how did you
So
know
you
that?
probably
Hold
said
on.
they
How
were
do you
people
end up? Hold
murderers
up.
and not
How did you
getting what they
obtain
needed.
ownership? Have you obtained ownership of these children? Son?
I didn't obtain ownership. I didn't obtain ownership. These are my kids because I raised them.
So you just took them and put them in your house?
Like I didn't obtain ownership of nothing.
How
Yeah,
did you get the
they
kids?
lived in my house
So you didn't file any paperwork? You just like come live with me?
because their parents didn't give a fuck, and they was like, "Go
How
ahead."
you know their parents didn't care?
Because I was there and I seen that their parents didn't care, and their parents
So
are the ones that let
their
them
parent-
come live with me.
So their parent they let them come live with you. And this happened how many times?
Yeah, because they know I was going to take care of them.
Now how many times this happened?
I raised 10 kids. I have 2 children of my own.
So you
So
kidnapped 8
it's
kids.
8 other children that I raised.
You kidnapped 8 kids. How did you get custody of 8 kids?
No, I didn't kidnap nobody. I didn't kidnap nobody. Their parents was not shit, and this is why I took them in to my house
Are you a
to give
foster
them
parent?
love. No,
So they just was like they can live with you down the street.
yeah, because I'm a good dude, and
Because you're a
and
good
this is
dude,
what
people
I
gave their
did.
kids to you.
No. This was mostly family, but I told you I adopted one. This was
So
mostly
you was just
family
you
I
was
was
going
taking
around
care of.
collecting everybody's kids.
It's
How many
nieces
kids you
and
got custody of
nephews.
now?
This
How
is
many kids you got
nieces
custody
and
of
nephews.
now? How many kids you got custody of now?
I got one in here right now.
So you got a
I
kidnapped
got one in
child
here
again?
right now.
You stole somebody's kid?
No, I ain't still nobody's kid. I take
Who
care of
kid is
these
that?
children.
Who child is that?
This is my wife's sister's kid. This is my nephew.
Does she know he over there?
The fuck do you mean? Like
Yeah.
you're
Does she know
delusional.
he
Like
over
you,
there?
fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck out of here. I ain't even talking no more. Fuck you, bitch.
Okay. So and this
Like
the good
seriously.
man?
No,
This the
seriously.
good man?
No,
You
no,
crashing
no.
out? No.
Yeah, I'm
No,
a good man, but you a bitch.
Somebody grab his IP
You a
address.
bitch. Do you got
Somebody
a
grab
man?
his IP
Do you
address.
have a husband? Do you have a husband? Do you have a husband?
No, we talking about you stealing kids.
Do you have a
though.
husband right now?
No.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Call that lady and tell her you got
No,
a kid over there.
exactly.
She don't know
Why?
he over
That's
there, do
why.
she? She don't know he over there, do she?
She
She don't know
wanted
that boy
her.
over there.
Just wanted
No,
her.
she don't know he there.
This is why you don't have a man.
No, you crashing out. No, you crashing out because she don't know he over there.
Josiah, come here.
No, absolutely not. Go ahead, Hank. He need to go to jail, y'all. Something ain't right with that nigga.
Nah, I ain't about to start messing around with y'all talking about that, putting them people kids and shit on folks. I don't fuck around. I can't get down like that.
What point you wanted to
I was
make though?
pulling out for a reason. No, I was just saying about the disease. People was screwing everything.
Hank, they
so-
want you to turn your camera off. I'm getting people telling me to tell you to turn your camera off. All right, go ahead and make your point.
Yeah, that's all I said. I don't have much to say about people kids. I'm 55, but I never wanted kids, so I was pulling out.
No, I was saying you was making a point before then though.
I was just talking about the disease, how people be screwing people right there, and just to tell them, hey, y'all need to get married to cut down on people screwing so much.
Oh, you gotta go double check.
Other than that, then we just
Hold
like,
on, let Butter Pecan go. You there, ma'am?
What you calling for?
How you doing? Hello, all right.
Can you hear me? I have bad service. For me?
Your kidnapper want to come back. Go ahead. She went out. Y'all signals fucked up.
Talking about a kidnapper. How the fuck I'm a kidnapper when I'm taking care of people's kids that don't take care of their kids? I'm the one taking care of their kids. I'm teaching them how to use the bathroom. I'm teaching them how to
Oh,
crayon and I'm teaching them how to write. And I'm teaching them how to read. My daughter was reading in kindergarten. She was the one reading in the front of the class when they give you the little books with the like 3-4 words on one page. My daughter was doing that. That's what I do with the kids. I ain't no kidnapper. What the fuck out? Fuck out of here,
hold on. Do
bitch.
you think
I'm
you
done.
must think I'm the judge? Hold up. You think I'm the judge?
No.
I saw thank you
No, I
good.
don't think
No,
you're
you
no
think hold up.
judge.
You
You
think
just
I'm the
called me a
judge?
kidnapper.
Hold
You
on,
just
no.
call,
You think I'm the judge? You came back up here to plead your case? You think I'm the judge, nigga? Like what you come up here for? You gone, you left. Why'd you come back up here? Mr. Kidnapper? Mr. K for the kidnapper? Like, I'm not the judge. I'm not the judge, sir.
Can I
Somebody
say
check his IP
something?
address. No, call the
you
police
don't
on
got
this
no fucking
man.
Hi,
man.
everybody.
You don't got
Can I
no
say
man.
something,
How many kids you
sir?
got?
Hold on,
How many kids
Gabby.
you got? And you don't got no man?
Okay, sir, I'm
Fuck
on
out
your
of here,
side.
bitch.
Hold up. You want to know how many kids I got so you can kidnap them? You trying to
How
steal
many
my
kids you got?
kids? You trying to steal my kids?
How many kids? No.
Well, no. Hold up.
Can
He
I
trying.
say something, please?
Hold up. No, he's trying to steal my kids. Y'all hear
No.
him?
Okay, leave
He's
him
trying to steal.
alone. Can I just say something?
This man trying to steal my kids. No, y'all just gonna allow this?
Wait, stop it, girl. Stop. Can I just say something? Sir, I'm on your side. But she's been
How many
asking
kids you
you.
got? How
Can
many
I just
kids you
say
got?
something? Let me just
You
How
say
can't
many
have
something.
kids
my
you got and
kids.
how baby
You can't have my
daddy?
kids. No, you can't have my kids.
Sir, listen.
But you don't got
She's
no
been
man
asking.
now. But how many
Sir,
baby dads you got?
Hold
How
up,
many
sir.
kids you got?
No. You can't have my kids, sir. You
sir,
can't have
she's been
them.
asking. Let me say something. She's been asking where you
No, I
find
don't
the
want your
kids.
kids.
You can't even
I
tell
don't
her
want
you
I don't want
find
I
the
don't want your
kids.
kids. I take care of
But,
kids that are in my family.
all right, sir, listen.
How many kids you got? And how many
Okay.
baby dads you got?
No,
And how many men you got? You
Right,
don't have a
sir. Don't
man.
call my
And
people,
how many
sir.
baby dads you got though?
Sir, listen. Let me tell you. Don't come at us. I'm on your side.
No, she
I
came
hear
at me
you.
first. She came at me first.
Hold
She
up,
came at me
Okay.
first.
Hold up, Gabby.
She called me a
No, hold up.
kidnapper
No,
and
yeah,
all
and
types
you
of other
can't.
shit.
You can't have my kids.
Like how many baby dads you got? You ain't answer that.
No,
How many baby
no.
dads you got? And
So
how
you
many
want to know
kids
who you got? You want to know who you got to
Answer
fight off
that.
to get the
Answer
kids?
that
You want to know who you got
on
to fight
live.
off to get the
No,
kids?
no. You trying to come at other people. How many baby dads?
I
And how
got
many
10 baby
kids do
dads.
you
Don't come
got?
over here. I got 10 of them. Don't come over here trying to steal my kids. They gonna beat you up. They gonna jump you. All 10 of them gonna jump you. You're not taking my kids. Not taking my kids. I'm gonna call all of them over here and they gonna jump you. What's wrong with you? Trying to steal people kids. That's insane. You're insane, sir. Yeah, taking people
Many
kids. Trying to,
baby
how many I
dads.
got?
And how many baby dads you got though?
No, I just told you they gonna jump you.
And how
All
many
10 of
are
them gonna,
with you?
if
Not
you come
one.
over, no, if you come over here, they gonna jump you. They gonna jump you. Leave my kids
You
alone.
don't have a man, but you got 10 kids. How many baby dads? Fuck out of here, bitch.
Tara, we need to call child services to do an
I'm done.
investigation. We need to call child services. Yep, we sure do. Child services need to be involved. You want to take her kids?
What's
You want to take
wrong
mine
with y'all
too?
bitches?
Not
I
you
ain't trying to take
collecting
nobody's
kids.
kids.
But you just
Hold up,
said
y'all.
you
I ain't trying to
collecting
take
kids.
nobody's kids. I'm not trying to take nobody's kids.
So why you asking?
I'm not
I'm
taking.
tell you, no. He trying to ask how many baby daddies I got because he gonna try to steal my kids. That's why I said I'm gonna call all 10 of them over here and they gonna jump him. Once he pull up, they gonna jump him. You're not taking my kids. Like this, I don't know what's wrong with this dude. I don't know why this escalating. You clearly not safe to be around nobody's child. Somebody need to call that woman and tell him he got her son in
You
that
got
house.
10
You a
kids.
kidnapper.
But
You a
how many baby
kidnapper.
daddies you
You a
got?
kidnapper.
Tara, you need
How
to
many
be worried
baby
about
daddies? You got
DCF.
7?
You need to be worried about
You got
Department
7
of Children
baby
and
daddies?
Families. You need to be worried about DCF. We're gonna call child
I got
services on
one
your
baby
ass.
mom.
Nah.
One baby mom. I got one baby mom. And these
As
other
a kid
kids
that was
are her
actually taken from the
family.
home by CPS, you
This is what
kids
I'm
ain't
talking
gonna be
about.
able
This
to jump
is
the
her
police.
family.
I try to do stuff with the police,
And
and
I'm
it
like,
didn't work.
yeah, they can come here
They
because
gonna
they're
send a
not
couple
shit.
officers to your house, and your kids ain't gonna jump nothing. That's what CPS is doing. Again,
Like
that's
this is
the
what,
that's the
what's
kid
wrong
that
with
dealt
y'all
with
bitches,
CPS.
man?
What are you
Like
I
talking
that,
about,
mean,
something
son?
You
wrong
really
with
want me to
y'all. Like,
believe that you look after children the way you talk?
huh?
yeah, I'm like y'all just
He not safe.
disrespecting me.
This
She
man not
disrespecting me.
safe. He
Nobody's
not
safe around
clearly.
you, sir. You're
Hold
aggressive.
up. No, he's clearly not safe around no children at all. Like at all. Somebody need to get that child out of that house with this man. He is clearly not safe. That's the problem. Go ahead, Smarty.
Yeah, I came up here to attack his ass because he on some weird stuff.
No.
I've been listening in the chat the whole
Fuck
time, but
you,
the answer,
bitch, and you,
nah.
bitch, and you, bitch, and you,
Oh,
bitch,
okay.
and all y'all bitches.
No,
Fuck
don't worry.
all of
Don't
y'all.
worry about it. He not gonna steal my kids. He not gonna be the door. I'm gonna call the police. My baby daddy's gonna jump him, and then the
Hey,
police
you know
gonna
the
lock him
police
up.
would be the
How
ones
how
that
many
actually
baby
take the
daddies y'all
kids,
got?
not
How many
CPS
baby
be
I
the
daddies
got
ones
y'all got?
20. I
on the
got
front
20.
doors that been watch the police take them.
So I'm like, I up the score. I'm
Cause
like 10 points up. You
I
feel me? I
was
got
in the
20.
state home. I was in foster care. I know how the system works. The social worker's gonna stand outside on your front
Hold
lawn
up.
and
So
watch
you
the
got
police take them.
CPS called on you?
I
Why
had CPS
CPS come
called
to
on
your
my
house?
parents. I had CPS
Why
called on my
CPS?
parents
Why CPS come to your house?
because my parents were abusive, and then I finally got big enough to fight back. You see what I'm saying? But again,
Hold on, Jay.
the way CPS works, they you can call the police. The police gonna be like, "Oh, thanks for calling us ahead of time." Social workers gonna stand outside your front lawn and watch the police do whatever they got to do to get the kids up out your house.
No, you dumb. I'm not.
That's just how
Hold
it works
up.
in the
No,
real
no,
world.
no. You stupid. No,
Yeah,
the
for
police
chicks
not
acting
coming
like
for
she
the.
act,
No,
for
they
chicks
coming for
acting the way that she
him.
act. That's
Baltimore ass
exactly.
nigga.
No, no, you stupid. No, the police coming for him. That's the thing. He gonna get jumped. What's up, Rocket?
Yo, what's happening? How you doing,
That's the
Tara?
reason why. How many
I'm
baby
Hold on, hold
good.
on,
daddies you
bro.
got?
Hold on, bro. Get up real quick. What's up, Tara? How you doing, baby
How
girl?
you doing?
How many
I'm
baby
doing
that?
Don't baby girl me, Rocket.
okay. My bad, Tara. Tara, but no disrespect. So I just want to know if this is a safe place to be transparent. I just want to share my worldview real quick.
You can share, but there's
Nah,
nothing
it's
safe
not
about
a
my
safe
space.
place, man.
I'm gonna let the
They just
kidnapper
attacked me for
go. I'm
saying
gonna
I
let the
raised
kidnapper
10
go.
kids.
How'd your kids hire your wife? Ain't that how I go? Go ahead, Rocky.
Yo. So like I just want to share my worldview. My mom, my dad, my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, even me. I got married at the age of 18, and just speaking from a person that has been
Hold
married and
up,
seen. Go ahead.
y'all. How long was y'all married?
We was married for 4 years. What's up? Hey, what's up, man? How
And
you
y'all
doing?
divorced?
Good to see you.
Y'all divorced? Y'all divorced?
Yeah. We got a divorce. I was
Yeah,
18.
them
My
young.
wife.
That's
Wait a
fine.
second.
I'm just saying the young
Uh,
marriages never work. I just want
it
people to
never.
know them young. They
It
never
never
work.
do. It never do. I was 18. She was 26. So I got married. The reason I say it's not slavery for women because even me married my wife at 18 and she was 26. My whole posture and my whole agenda was to please my wife, never to enslave her, right? But and I see my mom, my mom and my dad been married for over 46 years. I seen in
Hold
my in
up.
my in my
Hold
stepmom
up.
normally. Go ahead.
Hold up. How you
Go
end
ahead.
up marrying a 26-year-old woman when you was 18?
Yeah, that's a whole nother story, man. But we get into that later. But my
Hold
mom,
up, but
my
hold up.
mhm, yeah,
Nothing. Hold up. That's not the
yeah,
norm. And if that's the truth, then that's
it's not.
predatorial. That's
Yeah,
predatorial.
yeah. I was 18. I dropped out of high school in the 10th grade. Didn't have an
Now
opportunity
you
to go to
telling us
college
all your
or
business.
well, that's why I say it's kind of a long story, right? So
You.
I seen my dad and my
All
stepmom.
right. So real
Uh,
quick. Hold up. Real
go ahead,
quick. Listen.
go ahead. Yeah,
If your story is true and you was 18, she was 26, that's a
yeah.
whole different. That's
It is.
predatorial. You
It
can't
is.
insert that in the conversation. That's also not the norm.
Yeah. So I didn't really want to get away from the prompt. That's why I could say I'll get to that in a second, right? So that's part of the reason why I had to go live with my biological dad and my stepmom, right? Because my real mom and my stepdad, it was kind of a unspittable living situation, where which is a whole
Hold up.
different.
So hold
Yeah.
up. If you was
Go ahead.
married 4 years, so at 22 you went to live with your dad, or when you was younger you went to live with your dad?
I was 16 when I go live. How you doing,
Oh,
young lady?
so your dad the
Mm.
one who allowed it.
No. My mom did. My mom was actually the
No, but
toxic one.
you was living
So what
with
you
him
go?
when you was 16, and you got married 2
Yeah,
years later. So he
yeah,
allowed it.
yeah. He did. He did. He did.
Hey, Gabrielle. All
He
right, go
did.
ahead.
And again, that's just a long story. So, but I did see if it wasn't for me going to live with my dad, I probably would have this mindset of women being enslaved. But I did see my dad, right? My stepmom pretty much running the marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like she pretty much did what she wanted to do.
What that
My
look
dad kind
like?
of catered to her. It looks like my dad um paying the bills. It looked like my dad doing whatever it takes to please my stepmom and what it, and by any means
Like
necessary,
what?
right? You name it. Whatever car she wanted, he got it for her, right? Whatever house she wanted, he made sure she had it. Like, but every area of her life, it was provided for my dad. So it didn't look
So
like
your mother,
slavery to me.
hold up. Your stepmother didn't have to do anything?
Well, she worked for the city of not the city. She worked for gas
So
and state community college.
we ain't got to know what she worked there. So she worked. She
Yeah.
didn't help take care of you.
No, she didn't.
And she,
It was kind of one of those things where I had to go live with my dad, but my stepmom, she had at the time she only had my younger brother, so it was like a picture
so
perfect
who took care of
thing.
him?
My younger brother, my stepmom did,
Okay.
and my dad did, of course. But I was kind of the outside kid, so when I
No,
came in to live with my
no,
dad, go ahead.
not my dad. Of course, she took care of him. You already said it.
Yeah, my dad did, but I was kind of like the
No, he
black
was
sheep.
working and buying stuff. He was
Yeah,
working and buying stuff. She was taking care of the kid. Let's be for real. Who
but
was
no,
doing
no,
all
my
the who was cooking? Who if he was at work all the time, so she was cooking and cleaning?
No, my dad was an educator, so he had time to, what I'm saying, sometimes he would cook, sometimes she would cook. It was just varies, whatever the situation they call it, you feel me? So she didn't cook all the time, but that's not the point, right?
So
I
okay,
just
so all right, so he was
good.
buying stuff for her and he did all the domestic work. How did he allow you to get married at 18? How did that end up happening?
Well, here's the thing, right? So again, the situation was I went to go live with my dad at 16, but my stepmom wasn't really fond of that. So the thing was, when he get 18, she kind of wanted me out of the
What you
way
mean?
because.
What do you mean she wasn't fond of that?
Well, she had a picture perfect life. She had my younger brother but she had a kid by my dad, and it was just her. So it's like you had the mom, the dad, and the son.
So she
So
mistreated you?
absolutely. So when I came
So
in,
hold
it's like I
up.
was the outs.
So hold
Mhm.
up. Your father allowed a stranger to mistreat you? Why didn't he divorce her
Absolutely.
and hold up, why he didn't
That's
divorce her and take you somewhere else? So
because
why did
because
that so he didn't protect
mm,
you?
no, because of the mindset of my dad of wanting to always cater to whatever it is my stepmom wanted.
So but your father didn't protect you.
Exactly. Exactly. I
And
never saw.
he allowed you to get into a predatory relationship.
Absolutely, absolutely. But that's my stepmom really didn't care about my welfare.
But
You
that's
know what I'm
not
saying?
your
She just wanted me out.
mama. That's
Right.
yeah, but
Hmm.
that's the reason why you're saying this because she's a woman. You would assume that like she would have to do any of those things. She's not your mother. That's your
No.
father. It was
Hmm.
his job to do something about it, not
Absolutely,
hers. And he
absolutely.
didn't
I agree.
protect you.
I agree 100%. So to keep it to the prompt, like I just never seen a woman being a slave, have a slave mindset in a marriage. That's why I just want to come up and be a little transparent and kind of give my worldview. Not to say that this is everybody's situation or this is every situation in a marriage, but that's just what I saw coming up.
You
Women
All right,
said
really
so
just
you
she
being catered
saying
to.
so that
Mhm.
wasn't the case because you had a weak ass daddy.
Absolutely,
That's
I
the
agree.
point.
I agree 100%. Yeah.
I'm curious. When you said she treated you badly, like what are some things she did?
Let's see. Let's say when I was 16, of course, in the state of Alabama, I'm in California now, but in the state of Alabama, you can't get your license till you turn 16. So I wanted a car at the age of 16. So my kind of a long story. So I got a summer job and I worked for a construction company. That's kind of handle fist money, right? So I worked for a construction company installing swimming pools. So I worked all summer, saved my money, and I gave my money to my dad to save because I wanted to get a car, right? So when I went to my dad to get the money, 80% of the money was gone, which means my dad kept it locked up in the safe. But when he got ready to get the money, he couldn't believe that the money was gone. Come to find out, my stepmom got the money. She stole the money because she knew my agenda. But
Why? Hold
that,
up.
that
Hold up. Why would she have
mm,
to steal the money if he bought her whatever she
to
wanted?
be to be honest with you, I think she was somewhat jealous of my ambitions to not really ask anything from my dad, but be self-sufficient to go out and get my own money. So I really think that she did that deliberately to sabotage me getting the
So
car,
okay,
right?
so and so what did he do about it?
Well, he replaced the money. My dad replaced the
So
money.
oh,
He went out.
so they hold up. It don't matter.
Mhm.
Hold up, because she didn't take money from you. She took it from
Right.
your dad. She took
Well, she
his
actually took it.
money.
Well,
No,
no,
hold
that
up.
was
No,
the.
no, no,
Mhm.
no,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
no. She didn't
Go
go
ahead.
in your room in your shoebox to
No,
take
it was
your
in his
money.
room. No, no,
No,
he kept the
no.
lock in his room.
I know. She took
Mhm.
money from your dad. They married. That's
Right.
her money. Yeah, and he replaced it. So what's the problem?
It's not a problem. What I'm saying is for her to take the money, period, whether
Yeah,
it's his money or my money, is wrong. And
yeah.
the reason why she did it, yeah,
And
and the reason why
that's
she did it.
crazy that she had to take the money because he was supposed to be giving her money. You said that
No,
your
no, no.
daddy
He
was
was
a
giving.
simp.
No. He was.
Yeah. Then she
That
wouldn't have to
wasn't.
take money from him.
What? Slow down. Slow down. That was the reason why she took the money. It wasn't because she didn't have it. She took it because she didn't want me to buy my own car.
That don't make sense though.
It doesn't make sense, but that
It
that
don't
was
make
that
it
was
don't make sense. But let's
no.
be clear, she didn't take money from you though. She took it from your dad.
Well, the reason I say she took it from me because that's the money that I worked for in my day.
No, hold up. You gave the money to your father,
Yeah, to
right?
put it to save him because
Yeah.
I couldn't open up a savings
Yeah.
account, so he kept.
So she did not take money from you. She took it from your father.
But I mean, what the point that I'm saying is that I worked for the money. I gave it to my dad.
Mm-hmm.
He put it
And
in a
your dad gave
specific
it back to
lockbox.
you.
Well,
It
wait
don't
a
matter if
second.
it's a lockbox, a shoebox, a box. Like she didn't take
Right.
money from you.
I mean, true. She didn't take it from me directly, but she did go in the
She
lockbox and take
didn't.
that money
No. How's she supposed to know that's your money?
because it was in a specific box that was mine.
Yeah, that's
No
it.
other, no
It
other
wasn't
money
your
went in there.
box, but it wasn't in your
No,
box. It was in your daddy box.
no. It
It
was
was in
my
your
box
daddy
with my name.
lockbox.
No, it had my name on it,
So hold up,
and it
why
had my
does he have a
specific key.
lockbox? Hold up. So she has
So
access to the lockbox?
that's what I'm trying. I was 16. I
I'm
don't know
asking
all the
you. So hold
I'm
up.
telling. But
So
let
baby,
me ask.
hold up. If she had access to the lockbox, that was her lockbox. That was her money.
Well. Let me answer. Right. So, from my understanding, at the age of 16, it was locked up in his room with my name on it and a key. So, how she took the
With
money?
your name on it. Why
Yeah,
would
it
you
has
put
my
your
name
name on it?
because I asked for him to put my name on it. It was my own
Why
special
would you
box
ask? Why would you ask him to
because
put
it
your
was
name
my
on it?
because it. Well, it wasn't like put my name on it because I don't feel safe. It's just a thing that he did and we did. Right? It wasn't no
Why
real
wouldn't your
legitimate.
dad? Hold up. Why wouldn't your father just take you to do a bank account? Why would he take your money
Well,
to put
that,
it in a
that
lockbox where you gotta put your name on it?
but that's something that my dad would have to. I don't know, right? So
Yeah.
the whole point I'm making is because we kind of get off the subject is that you asked why. Well, because at the age of 16, I kind of bought my own car, and I was never put in a position where they say, okay, we're gonna buy you a car, right? So how they made a difference between me and my younger brother is that they never made him feel like that he had to work. Well, he never worked. To this day, he never worked a job
You
because
keep
of my
saying,
son.
hold up, whoa,
Mhm.
you keep
Well, you
saying
asked the
they. Hold up, no,
well.
listen.
Go
You
ahead. Go ahead.
keep saying they. That wasn't your mama. That
hmm
wasn't your mama. And clearly she didn't want to be your stepmother. So
It may be some truth.
that's not
It may
her.
be some truth
No,
to that.
that's not her. Hold up. That was not her responsibility. So you can't be worried about what she doing
I
with her
agree.
child. Your
I agree.
father didn't protect you. He didn't give a
I
fuck
agree.
about you. Because even at 18, you claiming she
16.
wants you out. No, you said 18 is when you left.
Well, 18, not when I left.
Yeah, but he
hmm
didn't fight for you to stay either.
He did.
He
They
said,
did.
yeah, he said go on and get it.
Right. For sure. I
So
agree.
why are we blaming his wife?
I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just telling you the
You didn't
situation, right?
know. You definitely blaming his wife.
The
You
wife. The
blaming his
stepmother got
wife.
blamed for everything that you said so
Well,
far.
listen.
Everything that you said. You said you gave the money to your father,
Hold on.
but your father was
Well,
responsible for the money that he got from
well,
you. But you
well,
still
well,
blame your stepmother.
right. Well, listen. This is from the age of 16, right? This is how I viewed it. I'm
It
just
don't matter
saying.
what age you are. We're talking about the
Listen to.
behaviors and the stuff that happened.
Well,
Your age
listen
don't
to.
matter.
Yeah, but try to listen to understand, not respond, right? Because this is something
I did listen to
I'm trying
understand, and I told you, you're
right,
the
right,
only one not understanding because you kept saying the
right.
same thing over and over. We all can repeat what you said
listen.
to you.
Right. But listen to me. This is my worldview and this is my story that I'm trying to convey.
This
Just
is
be
your feelings,
transparent,
not
right?
your worldview. It's your feelings about your experience.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'll take this is my feelings, which I'm obligated to have those, right? So I'm just sharing my feelings
Every
on
feeling
the
not
subject.
obligated, but okay.
Okay. So I'm just telling you my feelings from the age of 16 when all this stuff was going on, right? So at the time, that's how I viewed it, right? And that's how I was made. That's how I
Hey,
was
you
made to fit.
Biz.
let me finish. That's how I was made to feel at the age of 16. Right? Doesn't
You
make
weren't
no. I'm
made to
not
feel
saying
like that. You felt like that. It's okay.
okay, but
We
listen,
already know
listen.
this, but you keep repeating yourself.
Listen. Sorry. This is not a right or wrong. This is me just sharing my story. Right? I actually this is a safe place to be transparent. So this is not a right or wrong or you
I
wrong
swear
or
it
I'm
was
right.
already said that this is not a safe space to say too much. It was already said.
Oh, this is
I don't
not.
think
Oh,
anybody
this.
here is going to coddle what you got to say about what
Okay.
happened to you.
Listen to me. I thought it was a safe place. You guys enjoy the rest of the podcast. I'm just going to drop down to the comments.
All right, take care.
All right. See you. Bye bye.
Don't cry too hard, okay?
Yeah, that was a
Don't
little
cry too
sad.
hard.
I can answer the prompt though, and then I can step
Hold
down.
up,
'Cause, yeah,
real quick. I just want to state that nigga was lying, but go ahead.
yeah, he was
I
my
know.
heart,
That's
but
why I
yeah.
asked. That's why I asked the question because I'm like I'm listening to everything he's saying. It just don't make no sense. So I'm just asking questions. But I was a little busy as far as me answering the prompt. I'm gonna be brief and short. Tara, as far as in marriage being legalized slavery, I feel like it is in a sense because it limits the ability of what a woman can do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if she has multiple children. Not saying that it is impossible, but it makes it more difficult when you are in a relationship. If a man is solely focused on just working and you home with the children, being home with children is a job in itself, which a lot of men don't really understand. And on top of that, having to feed and nurture children all together, especially if you got more than one, it is a job. And sometimes a lot of women do have goals and ambitions that they want to accomplish and achieve, and they're incapable of doing certain things because they're limited because they might not have as much help. You know what I'm saying? To go after the goals and go after the things that they desire, and not every woman has, a rich husband where they have maids and additional help. Some women marry an average man and with an average income, and it's kind of difficult to balance things out, and it limits everything. Like I said, if you have more children, it becomes more difficult for you to even be able to do certain things, yet alone have time to yourself. It really does. And I don't think men see it from that perspective. They don't understand the reason why women are enjoying their freedom, not choosing marriage or not choosing them altogether, because when we are by ourselves, we are able to accomplish a lot more. We're able to go and chase after our
Thank you,
goals by
Monica.
ourselves. We don't have to solely focus on them and their set expectations that they have of us. I land.
Thank you.
Hello.
How you doing? Hold on one second. Leak wanted to
Hello?
say something.
Okay.
Go ahead, Leak.
Thank you. I just was gonna say that I do think that marriage is like legalized slavery, but that's because I think, and so it's been made
Thank
for
you,
like
homie.
patriarchy, the patriarch system and everything like that. But before that, like even with that, like it already applies gender roles because most men already believe that once that happens, there's certain things that they can do and certain things that women got to do, and they just go from that. They just keep going and stacking on top of it when it's never the case. Because I thought it was about love, but I also understand that sometimes it's used for finances.
No,
Most women
marriage
don't
ain't
make it in those situations though, so I don't really like it. So
marriage ain't got shit to do with love, and you're right, there considered wifely duties that women are expected to do in a relationship. And y'all have to understand, even in the most, some people could say they the most progressive thinking people, they end up falling into gender roles because of how we're socially conditioned and programmed from a young age.
yeah, I can agree with that, and I believe that.
Thank you, Gabrielle.
But yeah, that was it. I can drop now. Thank y'all.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Chris.
So
I had one.
Hold on, Chris was next. Hold up. He ain't gonna do nothing but lie anyway. Go ahead,
I'ma
Chris.
tell nothing but the whole truth, man. Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm good.
The wind kicking your ass.
It is. I see it really where I'm at. I'm working out. But let me try to go somewhere. It's not
No, you gotta outrun the wind and unmute. What's up, Curly?
blow with the wind blows.
All right, I was just going back for the last conversation y'all had about the situation where his mother stealing money from him because he was at a minor age and he felt connected to his dad mostly to keep it safe because he ain't had no bank account probably. And he just, so basically I'm saying that she did steal from him directly because that's not her money to steal. If you got a
No,
man,
hold on, he gone, but
you need
no,
to ask the man.
he gave his father the money, and his father gave him the money back. No matter what happened to money, specific money in a safe, he got his money back.
I
So
get
she did
that. I
no,
think
her
I know
no
that he
shit.
got
Hold
the money
up,
back. At the
no, that
same
wouldn't be
time,
her. That wouldn't be her stealing from him directly.
not if I'm a minor
He didn't give the
and
money. It don't minor or
I
not. He gave
trusted
the
my
money.
dad.
Oh, listen, hold up. Minor or not, he gave the money to his dad, and his dad gave the money back. That's the whole transaction.
I
All the
get that.
extra details is bullshit. And the fact that you believed it enough to come cape for him is crazy.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just like, but my thing is, if you have a nigga that's going, my bad, can I say that?
Oh,
If
you
you
cannot.
have somebody that's with you, is supposed to be buying all this stuff for you, then I trust my daddy to keep it safe because I don't got no, I would do the same thing. I would trust my mother. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I have
That's not
for
his
that
mother.
conversation.
That wasn't his mother.
The stepmom or whatever.
She clearly didn't want to be his stepmom either. She don't have to be his. No, she didn't want to be his stepmom. She wasn't obligated to be so. His father should have stepped up and did something he didn't.
And you're right about that, but at the same time, if you don't want to be my stepmom, but I say this money and you taking it out, then you need to tell somebody something, and then my father need to tell me
Tell you for what?
because I could. No, you could have told me so I
This
can
what y'all
keep my
got.
money
Hold up.
somewhere safe.
Hold up. This what y'all got to understand. You saying a minor, right? So he's a child. Like the fact that even if his wife took money out of a lockbox, why would he even need to tell his son that? His job is to give his son the money that he owes him. That's it. Why would he even need to give him that detail? What does that have to do with why should a minor have to be in the midst of that conversation?
And that's where the trouble started, because you already told him that.
His
The
father
father
weak.
told him
He's
that.
not even here, so he's not even here. So why are you still
Yeah.
talking about it?
I know that's
Cause she wanted the opportunity she wanted the opportunity to shit on a woman. She wanted that opportunity.
Well, that's dead. Are you gonna answer the prompt, ma'am? Or like,
Is it my go now, Sarah?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I don't think marriage is legalized slavery. I think it's legalized business and passing down your wealth.
Hold up,
to
where
your-
you at? Hold up, where you at now? What's up with the back? Are you in a warehouse or something?
Again, I'm in the gym, but you got jokes. It should be funny as shit.
I was about to
No,
say,
you
you
got
look like
echo.
a gym bro. You look like you in the gym locker room.
Let's try this again. How I sound now?
still sound bad.
What about now?
I've been saying fast.
You doing that on purpose, Sarah? Because you don't want me to talk?
No, your background sound like shit. What they gotta do with me?
Can I get my point across?
Yeah, I said say it fast.
Did you hear what I said earlier?
No.
I said, no, marriage is not legalized slavery for women. I believe it's legalized business where you can like pass down your inheritance to your kid.
No. I can't deal with your background. No, Chris.
You could hear me.
It's stressing me out. Go ahead, Oni.
I personally don't think marriage is legalized slavery for women. I think when a marriage is conducted properly on the right morals and on the right construct, I feel like it can be beneficial on both parties, especially in today's standards.
You're not really saying nothing though.
Well, how can you view it as slavery in today's standards? If you don't mind expanding on that, like help me understand your viewpoint.
So you wasn't following the conversation. What do you think?
I came in a bit late.
Okay, all right. What do you think the expectations in marriage is?
The expectation?
There's expectation that comes with marriage.
Yes, there is. I feel like we both, from a man's view, my viewpoint, the way my view is, a man's meant to provide, protect, and to be able to be able to be in today's society, like moldable, to be able to help his woman, just as a woman. Her
Moldable.
expectation.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean by moldable?
Well, I don't view marriage traditionally, especially in today's economy.
Hold up. We're not talking about your individual view. What do you mean by moldable?
You have to be moldable to situations, whatever's thrown at you.
Like,
Life is.
give us an example.
If I get fired, I have to be able to adapt. I have to make sure I got money set aside so we're
So
good till I
hold
find
up.
something
Hold
new.
up. You said if you get fired, you gotta do what?
I got to make sure we're still good. I have to make sure I have money set aside to make sure we're good.
You say you have to adapt, right?
Come again?
You say you have to adapt, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's the word. It's not moldable. But go ahead.
Adaptable.
Adaptability.
Prepared.
But go ahead.
But no, it's just
All right,
marriage.
what's the one? All right, so protecting, whatever that means. Matter of fact, describe what the protection look like.
Not like protection in the sense of like it doesn't just come from like physical harm. Protection is just protecting both of us, making sure we both have a roof over our head, which also aligns with its provision. And so it's a
Okay,
dual.
so
It's a
so
it's a dual
providing.
use.
All right, we back to providing. So his job is to get a job and pay some bills, right? And be able to adapt in case he loses his job because he still got to pay bills, right? Am I missing anything?
Just help me expand why you see it as slavery for women.
Hold on. I'm not trying. We getting there, but am I right in the way that I'm summarizing your
No,
expectations
I,
as a
I will
husband?
I will articulate it better when I get to my setup. Just help me understand your viewpoint.
The
Like, you want
articulation is struggling. Hold on. I'm trying to get clarification. And you want to speed past it, which is why you saying words like moldable. When I said that the job of the husband is to make sure he has a job and he's paying bills, and if he loses his job, he can figure out another way to make money to pay the bills. Would that be just about what you were saying?
For the sake of the
Jill, you
conversation,
tripping.
sure.
Okay. I'm just trying to get your point. All right, so what is the wife's expectation?
I would expect her to be able to contribute, but not as much.
No,
to
hold up.
contribute.
No, it's not. Hold up. We're not talking about you individually, right? So you talk about the expectations of the husband. What are expectations of a wife?
Expectation as a wife, honestly, I just look at it as yeah, stop that. Not anecdotal.
Yeah, but you're not being honest either.
How so?
Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Smarty. What is the expectations of a wife in marriage?
A life partner, someone to spend time with, someone to be able to
No,
connect with, to be able to
Just
experience
like
things
you
with.
gave specifics for the husband, give us specifics for the wife.
That's what I see.
Hold up, pause. The fact that y'all said that you the second person who was scared to state what you want to say, because we all know that you know the expectations of a wife, proves the point. It proves that you agree with my prompt. Because why would you be scared? No.
It's not.
Why would
What
you
are
be
you
scared?
talking about?
No. Why would you be scared to answer that question?
I'm not scared of it. I've been answering
Yeah,
the
you
question.
are. No, you. When I asked you about the husband, you was he provision and protecting and providing.
Okay,
He
fine. Is
moldable.
what you're trying to go towards? Is
What
it more
is?
of like smacks? I want her to have smacks. Is that what it is? Is that what you're going towards? Is that what you want?
So
Smacks?
she's expected to have sex. What else?
Okay, all right. Have smacks a little bit. Be able to be entertained in that particular sense.
All right.
But
What
it's not
else
the
is the
only.
wife
But it's not the only
expected?
key part.
What else is the expectation of the wife?
I expect. There's so much. I don't understand why the pessimistic view of this is. Why do you have to make it look like it's so bad?
I'm trying to see why you struggling
You
bad
know,
as hell.
but
Like,
I'm
here's the
struggling
thing.
because I don't
Hold
understand how
up.
people. I don't understand how people
Hold
view
up.
this like this. I
Hold
don't
up.
understand why it's.
You think it's bad. You think it's bad because you can't just come out and say it. You know what it is. You think it's bad. That's why you don't want to answer the question. When y'all hesitate and y'all don't want to state plainly what the wife's expectations is, we know why you don't. Just like you easily said, protecting, providing provision, you know what the script is. So to pretend like you don't know what the expectations of a wife is, you're playing a game because you don't want to admit that you see it the same way. Because it don't sound right. It don't sound right. Oh, she's expected to have kids, take care of the kids, cook, clean, take care of the family. You don't want to say those things. You don't want to say it. And that's the red flag right there. You've already admitted to doing it. You already admit that you know that something's not right about that, because otherwise you would say it plainly with no problem. But you holding back for a reason. You holding back for a reason. And y'all understand in modern day times when more women are in the workforce than men, not only is she expected to do wifely duty, she's expected to also provide and provide provision. Same thing. She has to do everything. We see it all the time. We can look at the numbers when it comes to divorce. The men are not helping out in the household. The men are not helping out with the kids, and y'all lying. Y'all are lying, and y'all know that. Not only that, she's helping out with his career. Men say it all the time. We got niggas out here talking about a helpmate. She's supposed to be a helpmate. She's supposed to come and help me with my goals and my aspirations. But for her, no, I don't know. Maybe when I get it together, she can get a degree or something. No, none of that shit's supposed to happen. You want a woman to come in and help you what you want. She's supposed to help. She's supposed to have children by you and take care of the kids. She's supposed to go to work and help you with the bills and take care of the home. Because that's woman's work, and the Lord knows the man don't want to do woman's work because that make him less than. Y'all lying. You're lying. And a lot of these women, because of the way the love bombing work, because the honeymoon phase work, and all this mirroring that y'all do, she may think she's getting in this loving marriage. And when the woman get in a marriage and she locked in that way, it doesn't pan out that way. We see that all the time. That's why when a guy come up here and say, "Oh, I've been married for 25 years," or the lady who came up there, that's not a flex. That's not a flex. Y'all congratulate people on how long they've been in relationships all the time like that's a win. It could have been a horrible relationship. We see marriages all the time these people should not have been married all the time. And y'all lying. You're lying.
Agreed. My aunt was married for over 40 years and she was miserable. She had to deal with a whole hell of a lot. And honestly speaking, she said that if she can go back in time, she would never get married. And not only that, my grandmother said this. My other aunt has said this. Even my own cousin, they all said the same thing. They would never get married if they had to do it back all over again. So that should let you know how men are when it comes to arrangement of marriage. That should let you know. But yet a man will sit up here and place a value. Oh, you don't have a man. My value is not defined by me having a man, sir. You think being with a man is end all be all because you don't want to be lonely.
Yeah, then we can even look at Great Divorce to help us understand this, right? Because one of the ways they threaten us to be in these relationships is saying that if we don't marry, we're going to unalive alone. You have women in the last years of their life deciding, no, I'd rather start over and do this on my own. Women in their 60s and 70s are divorcing their husbands. Some of these same women, y'all like, oh my God, they've been married for 30, 40, 50 years and putting them on the pedestal. They like, I want the fuck out of here. A woman in her 70s said, I would rather start over than be in this marriage with this man.
Yeah, agreed. I see it all the time.
What you want to say, George?
No, I realize when I come in your shit now, I come in here like I got some sense from the first time. Anyway, to the prompt, it's literally, you would like, I like how you always flip the word, but it's legalized slavery for men. Because they'll convince us being the men, they being the women, convince men all the time that we can both cooperate together. Like imagine convincing a man that we could both be a kickstand. Hypothetically, you feel me? Like, I support you, you support me. What is it? I submit to you, you submit, equal submit. Like all that nonsense. It be irritating me. And every time I see a prompt about marriage, he already cooking for show. For sure. Every time I see the prompt about marriage, I think, yo, what's wrong with accepting a role? Not the lesser role, not the weaker role, none of that ish. What's wrong with accepting a role? Because if I was to ask a woman what she want to eat for dinner, and she was my woman and shit, she won't want to make a decision. So I'm doing her a favor. I'm actually doing her a service. Here you go, the slavery part. I'm doing a service to her by deciding what we're going to eat. letting her know what to cook. All she gotta do is look up the recipe. It's like the game. It's like
Here's
the
my
game
question,
rigged.
George. Hold up, because you're not saying nothing. Because you're talking about when you see these posts about marriage, what audacity you think it take a baby daddy to come up and talk about anything he would want to be in a marriage?
Cream level king sized audacity. When I tell you, immaculate, unbreakable, untouchable, unreachable audacity. Cause
Yeah, because
I
you
confidently,
hold up.
I'm
No,
holding.
you a baby dad. My understanding, you a baby daddy twice over. Nobody wanted to wife up with you. That's not a thing. It was interesting. You wanted to come and chime in. You don't know what you're talking about, right? You a nigga living alone. They even took the kids. You living alone, losing your hairline. What are you talking about?
But the thing is, would they say no if I was to ask? See, a lot of men don't have this flex, right? And
Sir.
that's the thing. Y'all don't be saying no to a lot of men. That's why y'all be leaving, because y'all say yes for a time. Yes, ma'am. You want to say something?
Yes, I
Oh,
wanted to ask Muscle Bob Buff Pants a question. So my question
ask
is
who?
to
What'd
you,
you call me?
Muscle Bob Buff Pants. Okay, your shoulders are wide. Anyway, like I
He got a
said,
thick neck too. So
you
he
do Muscle Bob Buff Pants. It's exact. You could barely fit the rest of your body in the profile pic,
In
but
the
it's okay.
frame. Do you feel me? You know how hard it is to walk through doors?
No, exactly. Bob to build the motherfucker big bag. You like the Hawk. Anyway, the question I was going to ask you when you said something about accepting a role. So here's the thing. Are you willing to take your wife's last name? Are you willing to take care of the children, be home, nurture them, cook, clean, and everything else that involves taking care of children, being involved in their activities, the things they do, scheduling doctor's appointments, and things of that nature, and still having to work if need be?
Beautiful question. And I'm gonna tell you something that Tara has
Yes or
caught
no,
on.
sir? Yes or no?
So since it was loaded, I've already done half of what you said. And the other part, I don't have a
Not
problem
gonna
with. So I
lie.
guess it's yes. But the thing is, ladies go first. Are you trying to be in charge? Do you think a woman's trying to be in charge? You
Why I
asked me
gotta
if
be
I can
all
sit
that?
in the
Why I gotta
back
be?
seat.
Why, but why does that have to be that? Why do you have that level of perspective? Why can't it just simply be a
How would I sit
partnership?
in the back seat of no car? How would I sit in the back seat if there ain't no
Nope.
front seat? If there
What
ain't
do
no
you
driver's seat?
mean?
What car
Are
you
we?
seen got a back
If you
seat and
with
no
your wife,
driver's seat?
are you guys not in it together?
So were we both in the back seat? Nobody in the driver's seat? You expect me to get
Why
up?
you gotta be in the back seat? Why y'all both have to be in the back seat?
Smarty. This man is a baby. Listen, this a baby daddy. He's a baby daddy. That's it.
Right.
All I'm saying is
This is up here.
what it sound like you was saying. Oh, my bad, Terry. It
You up
sounded
here
like you was
bumping your
asking me to be in the
gum.
back seat.
Ain't no
And I'm like,
seats. There ain't no seats. You ain't even got nothing to sit in. What's up, Brett?
What's
be
going
Brad, that's my
on?
dog.
Yeah, no, it's Brat, but it's all good. You can pronounce it however you want. But
Yeah, I will.
I would is marriage legalized slavery for women? I feel like that's crazy because you have to ask when you propose, you have to ask for marriage, and they say yes or no. So it's their decision. It's not like you just force them to.
Yeah, and I agree that men they get on their knees and beg, and women shouldn't fall for it
Why shouldn't they?
because it's a trap.
Why is it a trap?
George, you get on my nerves.
I'm going mute.
No, but how's it a trap?
So you can read the prompt. Like, you got something you want to say? Like,
Yeah, I'm asking you, how is it a trap?
it's a trap. I'm literally saying it's legalized slavery. It's a trap.
How about you explain to us why it's not a trap? Oh.
He can't.
Oh, I can. Because it's a covenant in marriage, and
That's
it's
it?
two.
That's the best you can do?
I'm not done yet.
No, hold on. Explain the covenant.
A covenant in marriage is two people that want to spend the rest of their lives together in a proper, bind between two people where the man provides and the woman raises the children, and they work together to build a family, and
Hold
they
up.
have a safe
Hold up, real
household
quick.
on what?
Let's stop right there. Because y'all keep talking about the man provide. When men are not married, do they go to work?
Yeah.
Okay. So a man who's not married is going to go to work and pay bills, correct?
Yeah, correct.
And in a marriage, he's still expected to go to work and pay bills.
Yeah, but there's two types of men. There's men that
So
just go
hold
to
up. No. So a man who's married and a man who's not is doing the same exact thing.
No, it's different because there's men that just go to work that could never afford a family, and there's men like me that will literally build the house, buy the property, and provide
No,
everything that
that's not.
woman
Hold up.
needs to have freedom.
No.
No,
Y'all,
no.
men ain't out here buying. Men ain't out here building houses. We know that's not happening. But I want to stress the
Man,
fact that
the fuck?
no,
I built
no.
like 20 houses. Are you kidding
Hey,
me?
B Rad, is you married?
Hold on. Men are not out here building houses, sir. That's not happening. But you say like, oh, they're supposed to provide. Y'all keep saying provide. And I want everybody to understand that whether a man is married or not, he has to go to work and pay bills. Because that's essentially what y'all saying. It's the woman who has extra work when she gets married. Now she got kids. She got to take care of said kids. And she also need to take care of that man. She need to make sure she's serving him. Making sure he fed well. He's taken care of. Like, there's a lot of things that women are going to take over. And it's going to be her responsibility. But for him, he just got to protect and provide. Now, we know when we come to y'all protection, y'all be saying stupid shit. Like if somebody breaking the house or something. But his role has not changed. The woman role has changed. That's why the woman is expected to go and change
Wait, so
her
y'all don't
name.
want to feed the kids?
You don't want to feed your kids?
No, he don't feed his kids. He ain't got custody. Go ahead, Thomas.
Well, I was just going to touch on that last point you were making. I mean, you're essentially kind of saying like, well, if you're not married anyways, are you still going to be making money? Yes. But it's the same scenario if you flip it backwards. If you're not married, you're still going to clean and cook for yourself, right? So you're still doing the necessary work that a man would have to do. And now I'm engaged. So
So
me and my
hold
fiance,
up, real quick. Hold up before you tell your personal business. So you're saying that when a woman is married, she only have to cook and clean for herself?
like the same thing a man would have to do. You're essentially saying that like as a man provides and the woman does everything else.
So
And
no,
you're
but I'm
essentially
gonna tell you why it is that is the case. Because women work, sir.
yeah.
I know
So
y'all
I
like
mean,
to
so
say,
do
"Oh,
men.
no, hold up,
Men.
no, I know, y'all work, but the thing y'all keep leaving out is that the woman also is working. She's also working. So the thing that man is selling to the woman is the same thing that she's doing. They're both working,
So I
right?
guess
He's
I mean.
hold up. So living in a household with two incomes. Hold up. I don't know who did that. Living in a house with two incomes is easier than trying to do it on your own. So
I
he
agree.
is not doing. He's not doing extra. He's not
All right,
doing
like, is that just
extra.
like kind of like a blanket
No,
statement? Because I mean, me
listen,
personally, I do
listen.
everything.
No, hold up. It's anecdotal, and your words we can't trust it. But listen, what I'm saying. This man is not doing extra. He's going from a single income household to a dual income household. So he's not doing anything extra. So when you say, well, she got to cook and clean for herself, now she's cooking and cleaning for herself. Is she also expected to cook and clean for him?
No, I mean, it just depends on that relationship that they have.
No,
If she
but
doesn't
hold
want
up.
to, no. Because I mean, I
But
personally, I
there's
grill. You know,
there's a
it's like,
reason. Even though you're saying that's what you do, there's a reason why you said cooking and cleaning, and you associated with the woman. You did not associate it with the man.
well, you didn't. I mean, I was getting to that point. I was saying I do this just the same amount of work. Like she does dishes, I do the trash, I do the vacuuming, and I do the sweeping. And I mean, you're not. I think one thing that you're kind of missing out on is there's so many different like avenues of work. I mean, what do you do? Like if you're in a relationship, the guys most of the time he's out cleaning out the gutters, he's out mowing the yard, he's out doing the housework. So there's different duties for men that you're not bringing up. It's like if I could switch duties with my fiance and have her
Hold
do
up,
all the
whoa,
outdoor
hold
work and me
up,
do the
hold
indoor
up.
work,
This
I
is the
would take
part you
that.
have to. This is the part that you're missing. One, nobody's changing the gutters in the wintertime. But listen to what I'm saying.
Yes,
I'm talking about
that's the
hold
time
up.
to do it.
No.
What does that have
No.
to do with the road?
Yeah,
Hold up.
yeah,
Hold
well,
up.
yeah.
I didn't add anything though. I literally took the rules that you stated.
But
That's the
there's
thing.
seasons, so it happens
Hold up.
all year long.
Hold up. That's not the point. You're saying I'm not listing the roles that he's done. I have not listed any roles. You're saying I'm not listing the roles, but you didn't think to list them. You didn't think that was important to list them. You was just talking about the man working, and then the woman, well, she got to cook and clean for herself anyway. But that's the point. She's a cook and clean for herself, and when she's married, she's expected to do it for herself and him. That's
I
extra
do
work.
agree with you on the point that like if both people are working, both people need to be doing house duties. I'm
And we know
100%
that's
with
not,
you on that.
and that's not how it works out though.
But that is not how
It's
it works out
Lying.
for a very, very, very small subset of groups. I think you need to involve yourself with more good men to understand that you're not just talking about
no. You're
crazy
missing
bad
it.
scenarios.
No, even if you swept the floor last Friday, women are still doing the bulk of the domestic work. They're still doing it.
But hard
Like
labor,
there's someone down
hard
there
labor
saying the
and
make
housework.
believe chores that men do. I mean, I don't understand. I mow 2 or 3 times a week. I'm weed eating all the time. I just had to get up on the roof to clean the gutters.
And that's
I have
hard
to work
labor.
on water and repair and foundation downstairs. So it's like those are things that are absolutely necessary. I can do dishes in 5-10 minutes. I can get laundry
You can
done
hire
in an
people to
hour.
do those kind of. You can hire people
But
to do
why
hard
would he
labor.
do that when
You
he's
know how
capable of
expensive
doing
it
it?
is to
Okay, not every man
outsource
is capable of
outdoor
doing that. Let's be
stuff?
realistic. Not
You know
every
how
man is capable of
expensive it
doing
is
that.
to outsource and pay people to do outdoor
Sir, but
work
if you
compared
are
to doing your own
incapable of
dishes?
doing it as a man, you have no choice but to pay out of pocket to hire a professional.
But so
Yes or
here's the
no?
But
thing.
if he capable,
But
So
why
why
would
are
he
you
pay
saying that you're
someone?
incapable of doing dishes or laundry?
Hold up. Even if it's a thing of him not paying to do it, when he's saying he's doing all this, so he's claiming that he's doing all of this extra housework on a daily basis, and he's doing all the domestic work. He's cooking, he's cleaning. Even though when he first came in here, he said, "Well, isn't she cooking and cleaning for herself?" So you stated the stereotype, and you claiming something different. But okay, whatever. Let Mala go.
I think you missed my point in the scenario.
No, I didn't. Go ahead, Mala. Mila.
Let me see. No, I don't think so.
Why?
If it's a marriage where they're both putting the same effort in the same stuff, like he's cleaning up, she's cleaning up. Sometimes she's cleaning up, sometimes he's cleaning up. Like if they're both taking turns on the chores around the house, then no, I don't think it's slavery.
It's interesting because I just want y'all to know that when you're just cooking and cleaning, women aren't just doing that. You're also responsible for taking care of the children. You become the default parent. You're also responsible for the mental support that he needs because men are emotionally illiterate, so that becomes your role too. You also have to do the organization for the household. You also need to plan things and do kinship. You also make sure that the appointments are done. And with a lot of things that women are doing, and it's interesting because the way the men are trying to like debunk this argument is claiming that they doing the same thing too. And
Nah,
yeah,
the
y'all can
only
come up here. Hold up. You can come up here with your anecdotal story saying, yeah, I do all those things too. We know you lying. We know y'all lying.
How you know somebody lying?
Because you do. The
she's
reason
not
why,
bad.
because
Okay.
hold
She's
up,
not.
if
She's not
we're
coming
having
to actually debate.
because if
Yeah.
we're having a conversation in general, hold up, I'm gonna tell you why. We're having a conversation in general, in which society does, and you come in centering yourself and defending yourself. Yeah, you lying. Because why would you
But
do
how
that?
you
You're
know
talking
that?
about a
If we're
very
ta-
small percentage of the people that we're talking about. 90% of the people do equal work. You're talking about the
Where
metaphorical
you get
man
that?
that doesn't step
Where
into
did
those
you get?
roles.
Where did you get 90% from?
I have the actual numbers.
The same metaphorical number.
No, here
Like,
we go.
Hold up. No. Tell us where you got 90% from.
what do you mean?
You
talking
said
about
90%. Where did 90%
because you're
come
talking
from?
about a blanket statement, like you're
Okay, that's
applying
fine. That's
that
fine. Okay,
marriage
okay.
is
Where did you get
slavery.
90%? No. Where did you get 90% from?
Because I'm just talking a blanket statement. You're
Where
talking
did you
about a very
get
small subset of group.
where did you get 90% from?
You don't need data to assume that 50% of the generation, this
Where did
whole
you
generation
get
is
where
washed.
did you get 90% from?
Why do you
Where
think
did
he's
you
lying
get
about
that
doing
legalized
housework?
slavery that marriage is legalized slavery?
So he said 90%. He can't tell us where he got that number from.
But wait, you can't do that. You being a hypocrite because when
Yeah,
he
you
said he
are.
does housework, you said he's lying, and you can't even
Yeah.
prove how.
No. You're
I
not
just don't
telling us
think
where
you
you got
like facts.
You can't say something's a fact, and then when I ask you where you got your fact from, you can't answer the question. So
Why
no.
you kick him off?
Hold up, sir. You're next, because y'all keep interrupting. You can't say 90% confidently, and when I ask you to get 90% from, you want to derail from your point. If it's a fact, then fine. Tell us where you got your fact from. Or you just making shit up. That's why you can't tell us where you got it from. Because it's not a fact. We know it's not a fact. Go ahead, sir.
I mean, do I think marriage is legalized slavery for women? No, because nobody forcing you to get married. If you want to live your whole life without getting married, you don't have to get married.
And so what about inside the marriage? Because we already had that argument.
I mean,
Inside the what are expectations inside the marriage?
the expectations inside the marriage is that
Mm-hmm.
both people play their role. The man do what
What's
the
the
man's
role?
supposed to do.
What's
The
the
woman do
role?
what.
What's
I
the
mean,
role?
the man, he gonna take care of the house. He gonna work hard. 9 times out of 10, he doing hard labor to keep that up. Because I mean, we all know if you
What
do your
hard labor
research,
you two referring to?
he might do like, let's say like construction,
So let me ask you a
HVAC.
question. So hold up. When I look at construction HVAC, is this married men doing those jobs?
9 times, I mean, I most likely maybe
So single men don't work. Where do single men be working at?
single men probably do the same thing, but this
So
doesn't apply to them.
So whether he's married or not, he's working the same job.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So
sure
that's
most
not a
of the
role.
dudes.
That's not a hold up. That's not a role in the marriage. Then he would do that whether he was married or not.
What?
Yeah.
Why do y'all try to take away from the fact that? Well, why do y'all try to take away from what somebody does just because they'll do
That's
it
not
without
y'all.
somebody?
Cause they
That's
hate
not
men, bro.
y'all.
They hate
I'm
men,
the
bro.
one.
Nah, I ain't
I'm
even
the
It's
gonna
as
one
say it's
who
simple as
about
did
that,
men.
bro.
it.
I ain't even gonna say it's about men, bro. I ain't even gonna do it like that. I just feel like that just doesn't make sense for either
Hold up.
side, bro. That's
Hold
like me
up.
saying.
Yeah. Hold
That's
up.
like me
Hold up.
saying.
You're not listening. You're not listening. You're saying he has to do hard labor, right? We're not
Yeah.
talking about We're not talking about capitalism. That's not what we're talking
What?
about.
We talking about
So
Cat
hold up.
Williams.
Let me drop you.
Can you stop being stupid?
No,
What are
no,
you talking
no,
about?
no.
Why are
He
you talking
gone.
about capitalism? What does that have to do with hard labor?
Cause I know you.
What?
I know you're not. No, he's not too bright, y'all. You can't say that in the marriage, the role of the man is to do hard labor. You referring to his construction job? Well, let's be honest. A lot of y'all not doing this hard labor y'all claim y'all doing. But if a single man works the same job, then nothing has changed. He's working the same exact job. It's not like men are working jobs that is not a labor, and then once he get married, they like, oh, we got to switch you over to the hard labor
But
job. He's working the same exact job. So what is changing
so
in
how
his
does that
role in
take? But I'm
marriage?
saying, how does that take away?
How you're not listening? How is a man role changing when he gets married?
That I just told you, he gonna have to work hard because 9 times out of 10, if that's your family, you really care about them. You're gonna work hard to keep up with the bills. Let's say like the rent, the light bills, the groceries, like everything you don't want your girl to do, you gonna do that. The only thing she probably gonna have to do is the standard. You know what I'm saying? She gonna cook, she gonna clean. I'm not taking away from what women do. They still doing what they supposed to do in the crib. They been cooking, cleaning, you know what I'm saying, taking care of the kids. She gonna be working too. It's just that
That's the point right there.
if we use our
Hold up,
logical
that's the
thinking,
point. That's the point right there. Cause y'all talking about he's working, she's also working, but she also has to do housework and take care of the children.
right? The man has to do the same thing. It goes
Men are not
hand in
doing it
hand.
though.
What do you mean? The man just said he was cleaning the gutters, and you said he was lying.
I feel like women are making a man's life easier. You're not making a woman's life easier.
Yeah, I
Get
mean,
your
it's
money
a
up. Get your money up and hire maids.
What?
Men need to
Why?
get your money up higher maids. Yes.
Let
Make
me
my
ask.
life
Let me
easier
ask you
while
a
I'm
question.
home with a
Let
bunch of
me ask you a
kids. If
question. Let
you
me ask
want a
you.
bunch of kids.
Let me ask you a question.
No, don't ask me no questions. Raise your hand and send me some
Why do
money.
you say? I'm not
Send me
saying
money
that. I
first before
know.
you ask me questions.
That's what my girlfriend is for.
Okay, so if you're not gonna send me
Why
money,
would
I
I
ain't answering
send
no
you money?
questions. Did you hear what I said?
Hold up.
Can
Go
you
ahead,
host? Can
Liz.
you mute her, please?
No, I'm gonna mute you. Go ahead, Liz.
Hello. Okay, there's 119 people in here. Please get the likes up to 40K. I don't know, as soon as possible. We're doing okay, but we could do better. Contribute to the gift goal and get your daily heart me. And make sure you subscribe. It's only I think like $10 a month. And Tara does these really cool sub only lives right now where we're learning about the subtle misogyny behind common talking points that men use, and that's on Sundays. Anyway, so I was looking it up. Well, for one thing, I was looking up the difference in how much housework women versus men do. Keep in mind, 76% of married women work, right? And on average, women are still doing an hour or more housework than men do every single day. So but that adds up to over 7 hours a week, however many hours a year, you get the idea. This is only as of very recently, like this marks a pretty significant improvement from even 5 years ago when it was about 2 hours more per day that women were doing. So no, the actual data shows that women are doing far more housework than men are doing, even if they work full time, because we know that 76% of married women work. Now,
Liz, can you tell us where you got that information from?
yeah, give me 1 second.
I'm asking her because the dude with the 90% couldn't answer the question.
I'm saying y'all got the statistics, but do anybody that's on the panel have a relationship?
I got it from the
Are
Gender
you
Equity
married?
Policy Institute.
Hold on real quick.
Do
Where you
you,
get it
sir?
from?
Gender Equity Policy Institute.
Thank you, Liz. So you didn't. So it wasn't just a random 90%. Thank you. I appreciate you
No, I didn't
giving
make
that
it up. Yeah.
information. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, women end up doing more inside the household, and men try to also gaslight us about them working these
Right,
hard
but
jobs they doing
you
hard labor. And the thing we need to understand is when it comes to women dominated fields, like a lot of those fields depend on you being a multitasker. So you're doing a lot more work when you work in childcare, when it's nursing, these places where women are working. It's so many things they're doing, and they're not working that hard on their construction sites. But that's part of the gaslighting they got to do to convince the women that it makes sense that he's doing less in the household because he's so tired because he's been working so hard all day. That's why they say that. That's why that's happening.
it's true.
There are currently men in office right now and who are working, who are a part of the things like the Heritage Foundation and Project 2025 that literally openly say that they want to, first of all, repeal the 19th Amendment, right? And make it so that and put significant barriers in place that would prevent women from doing things like owning property or having their own bank accounts and all that stuff. And openly will say it, that in their ideal Christian, supremacist, whatever society, that is how it would be structured. So this idea of you don't have to get married yet, but there are powerful men in the government right now who are trying to make it so that if women don't get married, they're going to have a really, really hard time just even navigating through life.
Yeah, because
it's a companionship.
Essentially, no, it's not a companionship.
What?
Essentially, we live in
that's a weird response to what I just said.
He's slow, but yeah, women have been forced into relationships, and yeah, the thing is, the force is indirectly, right? And yeah, it makes it. They want society to be set up in a way that, in order to survive as a woman, you have to be with a man.
I can't understand. Yeah, I want to be.
What's up, Hindu? Why you got a fucking mask on? That shit look weird.
Yeah, it does.
I didn't realize I was even on the panel. I'm sorry. To answer your question, I was at a masquerade party, a couple of Halloween party. That was the picture I took. Um, I was actually looking at some of the comments, uh, and of course
Yeah, I see it,
the
Amara.
topic
Hold on,
and everything.
we're not
Is
having a
marriage
conversation.
legalized slavery for
Yeah, we
women?
focus on the screen. Yeah, we're not focusing on the comments. But go ahead.
No. I actually I didn't even mean to like request to be on. I was trying to read the comments and figure out what you know and listen to what you all were saying, but so I just tuned in, so I really don't know all what's happening. But I don't believe marriage is legalized slavery, not from what I've read from the Bible.
Hey, tell us what you read.
Biblically
What you read?
speaking, because
What you read in your book?
my understanding in the Bible is that we are, as men, and this is something we have failed at. I'll say that because it took me a long time to understand that as a man should be able to love his woman the way Christ loves the church, and that is unconditionally. And what
does that look like? What does that look like?
It looks like even though a person has issues, it looks like the issues that you might have, whatever little quirks you might have, I overlook them because I love and I care about you enough that isn't important. I love you for the person that you are, and the issues that and that includes the issues that you have. So if
What does that love? What does that love look like? What do you mean that you love? Like, what does that mean?
what does it mean to love? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now unconditional agape love is unconditional love. Unconditional
Mm-hmm.
means that there is no conditions that should make me want to stop loving you.
But that's a godly
Okay.
love.
So let
Okay?
me ask you a question. Hold up.
Sure.
So you saying that even if a woman cheats, men still love their wives?
You can still love. In what is that? The book of Amos? Or no.
We ain't gotta
Um
identify the book. So okay, so women
no,
can cheat, men
because
still gonna love.
there's a reason why
Hold up.
I'm bringing
Hold
it
up.
up.
If a woman is disrespectful towards her husband, he's still gonna love her.
He can still. It is possible for him to still love
If
her
a
now.
woman,
Whether
if a woman, hold up, if a woman breaks all his stuff, like she constantly breaking his shit, he's still gonna love her.
he can, because
If that woman
it's
decide,
only
if that would, if
it's
that
only
woman
material.
decide, if she decides she want to travel the world for 2 years, she ain't said nothing to him, and then show up, he's still gonna love her.
That might change.
So it's not.
Because
Let's see. Hold up,
how can he love her?
sir,
The host is a
Can he
fucking
continue?
retard. The host
How
is
can
a
he
fucking
continue to
retard.
love her? How can
sir,
I have a question? How can he
sir.
continue to love her?
We know that's not going to happen. It is not unconditional. Is the point? It is not unconditional. It's very conditional. It's very conditional, and a lot of times the love y'all talk about ain't actually love. Yeah, but if you saying you got a wife and you supposed to love her regardless, then yeah, for 2 years he should have been sitting there waiting for her to come back home. That's what he should have been doing because his love for her is unconditional.
Why you got a mask on? Who you think you is, Zorro? Take that mess off. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all just put anything as a profile pic, man.
No, we already addressed that. You muted though, Hindu. Um,
Is that better?
yeah, go ahead. You what? You was
Okay, no.
talking.
The
You wouldn't let
reason
me
why I was going to the
respond.
book of Hosea was
Hold on,
because
hold on. We
Hosea.
don't need it. Hold on. We
No,
don't
no,
need to
no,
hear
no,
about
no. This is
Tyrone,
pertinent to the
Hosea.
conversation.
No,
This
you're
pertinent
not
to the
listening. You're not
conversation
listening to what I'm
because Hosea
saying.
was married to a prostitute. He was
Because
a
God
prophet,
told
and
him to marry a
God told
prostitute.
that is correct. And every time she stepped out and came back, she came back pregnant. What did he do? He still stayed.
Because it was to
Okay,
teach
so
Israel what they were
hold,
doing wrong.
Hold
Correct.
up,
But
purple.
but
Hold
that's the
up,
whole purpose why.
hold up. So you telling me that if a woman is married to a man and she leaves and come back pregnant with somebody else's child, these men are still loving the women unconditionally? Is that what's
He's talking
happening?
about the Bible,
Hold up,
though.
purple. I want Hindu to respond. Hindu, you got unmute. So you women can not only just leave and cheat, but come back with pregnant with somebody else's child, and the men are okay with that
I've seen
because
it
they love
happen.
unconditionally.
I have seen it happen.
Would you do that?
Would I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Good question. I personally would not.
Okay, so the same way. Hold
Hold
up.
it. There's a reason
No,
why,
that's
and
why
I
I keep muting you. No, the same thing you preaching, you don't
no.
practice.
Hold
You
it
don't
now.
practice.
You
Hold
ain't
up.
even let me finish. You ain't let me
Hold
finish.
up.
And
Why
I
you
can
telling us what Ezekiel
because
saying
there
if you wouldn't
is
do
an
it?
because the Bible in the Bible there is an out. And the out is if your spouse commits adultery. That's your out.
So
I
why did
took
you
it.
bring up that example?
Because you made the comment if she leaves for 2 years, blah blah blah, and I was showing you in the Bible that there was a man in the Bible who had a wife who was a
Okay, and you
prostitute
don't
who kept
think that
leaving and coming back
you
and
don't
forth.
agree with that, and you don't agree with that. So why would you even say that?
No. I didn't say I agreed or did not agree with it. Don't put
Yes, you
words in my mouth
did.
now.
Yes, you
No, I
did. You
didn't.
just said
You
yes, you
asked
did.
me
You said
if
you
I
wouldn't do
would
it.
do. No. You asked me if that's something I would do. And the reason
Mm-hmm.
why I would not do it is because of the out that is provided for anybody who is married. You can leave because of adultery. He chose not to. And again, that out that you have is something that you can.
No, shut up, Hindu. Go ahead, purple. You
Wait,
ain't
can I
talking about
just say something
nothing.
really quick? Because
Yeah, go
that
ahead.
example is weird because she was okay. So she was a prostitute, which means that was her job, that was her profession. Sounds like that guy in the Bible was a pimp. Why was she doing that profession if he had enough money to take care of her? Because she just for the love of the game? I don't think so. And then he's
Y'all haven't read
painted
the
as this like
Bible, have
martyr
you?
because he dealt with her coming back pregnant. Like, oh, it was so hard, but I stayed regardless. Like, yeah, because you were pimping her out because you wanted the money from it. That's so weird. And oh, but he's the victim. Give me a fucking break.
Y'all
That's a
really
good
don't read
point.
the Bible.
Man, we don't give a fuck about what's in that book. Do you want to comment on the prompt?
Ooh, goodbye.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm
what?
out.
Take
Okay,
care.
bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Jump the ship. The fuck? I don't care.
Apparently.
You still up
You
here?
still
You
here?
care?
Oh yeah, I'm still here. Of
I'm
course I
trying.
am. Just because you don't
Purple.
agree with what I say, don't mean that I have to run away.
And just
Y'all
cause
say
you wear
bye.
and just cause you wear a mask, that don't make you a superhero like Zorro. But yet you still got that piece of shit of a mask on.
Yeah,
Stop wearing that shit,
and
sir. Stop.
what does the
You
mask
gonna
have to do
listen?
with
Arguing
anything?
with me,
Why
your heart rate is gonna
are
go
you
up. You're
even bringing
already
that up? That don't have
75,
nothing to
sir.
do with nothing.
Sir, you're 75. Your heart rate is gonna go up. You're already suffering from high cholesterol. Stop yelling. You've been yelling this whole time talking to Tara.
You
Don't laugh too hard.
you so
You're gonna be
foolish.
short of breath. Don't laugh too hard.
You
Stop.
so foolish.
Nah. Your laugh and your mask is foolish. Stop.
You so
Stop yelling.
foolish.
No, the mask you wore in that suit, that casket suit you wore is foolish. Stop it. Stop yelling at people on this panel. If you're gonna talk and prove your point. But you've been yelling this whole time.
No. I've already said what I needed to say.
Okay,
I've
Zoro.
already said what I've needed to say.
Okay, Zoro, and you still hear anything else you want to point out in that Bible that none of us believe in?
Well, if y'all don't believe in it, that is your choice.
Okay, so why share?
That's absolutely your choice.
Y'all people
I don't
don't
have
believe
any
in
issue with it.
Why you still here? There you go. Did y'all want to say anything before I kick everybody out?
Are you already kicking everybody out? That's sad.
No, I've been here for a while.
Hindu
Oh,
gotta
I
stop
didn't
wearing
see
that
you.
mask. I
I've
enjoyed
been
the
over here for a
live.
while. Yeah, thank y'all for coming up. Thank y'all for supporting. Yeah, that's it. Talk to y'all later.
Bye,
All right.
Tara.
Bye, Liz. Bye, Tara.
Bye.
Bye.